This is a huge game for both teams. I think Las Vegas, had a pretty bad loss just like we did, and to get to 2-2 rather than be down 1-3, it's going to be big for this season.
I really believe that we need to be 2-2 after this match.
Obviously, you don't want to fall way behind in the standings, so tonight's a big night for us all.
I hope we can take advantage of their losses recently. We lost our last match, but I think our confidence is still high as a team. We won the match before, and we just happened to play one bad match. That's no big deal.
Yeah, after having some strategy issues in our first few matches, we decided to free ourselves up a little bit and start running balls.
Worked out some stuff on the table practicing, a little bit different than we were before. We switched our lineups a little bit.
We have a different strategy for tonight. We are going to do some things differently, and I think it's going to pan out well.
John Schmidt devised a new strategy this week, and I think it's going to work real well. And I think Pittsburgh's going to be in for a surprise with the way we play.
We had all week to soak in these 2 losses, and so we'll come back strong.
Could be tough for us, but I think our team is more offensive and a little bit straighter shooters.
Pittsburgh, they're all a bunch of good guys, but really, I hope they don't take this ass-kicking personally.
I feel like John Schmidt's pretty much the only good mover on the team, and if he coaches this team, they might do well, but I don't think Charlie Williams and Mike Davis can really move or do much.
They're all good guys, good players. They're just not quite as good as we are.
Good evening and welcome to the WPBL Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, where tonight WPBLTV.com brings you more exciting action from the World Professional Billiard League featuring the brand new game of bonus ball. Tonight from Las Vegas, it's the Pittsburgh Poison taking on the Dice of Las Vegas. My name is Steve Strain. Jeremy Jones joining me here in the booth. We've got the action coming up in just a couple of minutes. Glad you've joined us on this free Thursday of WPBL action. We're about ready to go. Let's go ahead and throw it down to the floor with our referee, Lee Brett. He will get us started. Lee, take it away.
Thank you, Steve. Today's away team is going to be Pittsburgh. We have Adam Smith, Sean Putnam, and Silver Ochoa. They're going to be playing into the black pockets. Today's home team is Las Vegas, John Smith, Charlie Williams, and Mike Davis. The first game that we're going to play is going to be a team game 3-on-3, and you're going to shoot in order 1-2-3, 1-2-3. The home team are going to break. Las Vegas, John, you're going to break and shoot. You're going to break first, John. Game on.
All right. John Schmidt will get us started for Las Vegas. We're about ready to go. Sit back and relax. Enjoy some bonus ball on a Thursday night. It's a bonus for you fans. Of course, this is free tonight, and we welcome you to join us the rest of the weekend right here on WPBLTV.com for the exciting action as well, Friday through Sunday. John Schmidt has broken, and it's a break and shoot, so Schmidt will keep it now. And, of course, for those of you new to the game, the sequence here is purple, orange, and black, so Schmidt will look for purple first. He's got one in really good shape as well as an orange. Purple's worth 1, orange is worth 2, and then they'll work on the black bonus ball next. It's worth 3 points. Jeremy, welcome in.
Thanks, Steve. Yeah, John Schmidt opened up with a nice shot, and Charlie Williams has a nice shot on the orange to get an additional 2 points and try and gain some type of position to a white pocket for the black.
Boy, he got a really good break, too. I mean, when you look at that orange and purple where they were, now the bonus ball, and 2 more purple sitting out there near white pockets waiting as bait. A really favorable break for John Schmidt.
Oh, absolutely. This is the type of break all the teams are looking for to open a match and get a lot of points. And even the third purple is overhanging somewhat of the white side pocket for Team Vegas.
He's been working a lot on the break this week, and it seems that whatever he's doing is paying off here. A good start for Pittsburgh as they've got 7 straight points now. Here's Charlie Williams for an orange in the side that'll make it 9. We're going to play 8 games here tonight from Las Vegas in this match.
9.
We'll have 3 doubles games after this one, and then 3 singles games followed by the team game to wrap it up. This is the bonus ball. We're 3 more. It'll give Las Vegas 12. This is Iron Mike Davis who rolls it in.
And Vegas looks pretty composed to start here in week 3 of bonus ball. They have a really tough opponent in Team Pittsburgh. Some savvy vets on that side.
Sean Putnam, their captain, Silver Ochoa, Adam Smith, the Pittsburgh group. We haven't seen them yet because of this nice run by Vegas.
13.
That is now extended to 13 points, and they need that cue ball to roll a little bit more, and I think he got just enough roll for that top orange.
Yeah, he's got the orange. The dilemma, Steve, is to come up for the black. He can either choose either the left side corner pockets or he's got to come for the right middle. This is the decision making in the game when you're running balls, getting on that black properly. If you notice, after the black is pocketed, that's the only
15.
ball that's ever respotted. And if you miss the black, Steve, you always go back to purple. If you miss one of the purples, you remain on purple, and likewise on the orange.
Here's Davis, two-time Reno Open champion, also World Straight Pool runner-up. And he calmly sinks the bonus ball. And a nice run continuing
18.
for Las Vegas, up to 18 now.
And this is where they have to make a decision if they want to run all the way out and try and produce the re-break for the black, because it is somewhat of a can be a devastating shot, Steve, if missed.
19.
Boy, nice job by Schmidt. 19. 21 if Williams can stroke home the orange.
And I think they're going to go ahead and go for the run. I mean, 3 points, a 30-0 victory is worth 3 points in the match, which is huge, especially to start the match.
A 30-point win without a shutout in regulation is worth 2. Any points in a
stop the clock,
shootout
please.
worth 1 point. And now all that's left is the bonus ball, and the crowd appreciates this run by Las Vegas. High fives on their bench as they get ready for more now.
Yeah, and he's got him a nice angle, and they're shooting to the white pocket. So on the re-break shot here, Steve, if they're shooting to their own pocket, they do not have to open the rack, but they must make the ball. Missing the black ball any kind of way will either let the incoming team shoot from where the balls lay or take a break and shoot. Huge shot for Vegas right here.
And Davis successfully knocks the bonus ball home, connects with the rack.
24,
and a
6
good
to win.
break it was on top of that, because look where that purple and orange are. And if they knock that into the bonus ball, it's a 30-0 shutout, and they can keep going after that.
And they only need one sequence to get the 30 points.
25.
They wants that to come up. He doesn't want his partner stretching too much.
This would be the third game in a row Pittsburgh would be shut out in the opening game of the match,
wow,
if it happens.
That's got to be brutal for Captain Sean Putnam.
60 is the record that's hosting go.
Okay, and what the ref is explaining is what Steve mentioned a second ago. If they get to 30 here, they'll still try to continue their run.
Williams for 27, and now Davis, very makeable shot here in the right side pocket there, the white one for 30 and 3 points and a shutout win. But again, we're going to let them keep going and just see how far they can go.
And Mike's got to realize he doesn't want to sacrifice position on anything trying to miss this ball. Making the ball is the most important, because it's going to get the 3-point victory.
30,
there it is.
Ball. Keep going.
So 3-0 now, Las Vegas.
They're going to now keep playing. They need to score 60 points to beat the record.
You heard Lee Brett, the referee, say it. Thorsten Homan said it a couple weeks ago in a sudden death to decide the outcome of a match, and he went straight 31. To 60, which is 30 straight makes.
Yeah, it's an incredible run Thorsten made, and you can view that on WPBLTV.com if you missed it. Yeah, and this is what's so great about this kind of situation. It's pure aggression. You're not going to see any safety play. You're going to end up seeing great shots in this kind of situation.
33.
Williams, great leave for Davis. Mike, though, is going to have to try to find a way to leave that cue ball somewhere for the purple, and he and Schmidt are talking about that right now. Where are they going to try and leave this cue ball?
Going to try and get it short position on the purple. The main thing is they've already got the 30. They're going for the high run of the season, so they need to produce just some kind of shot. You got to make sure there's some kind of shot available for John Schmidt coming in.
36.
Made a nice shot here. He's going to have the orange in the opposite side after he makes this purple. He doesn't want to overhit it, though.
37.
All right, he's overhit it a touch, but a very makeable ball still for Charlie Williams.
And then Williams will try to leave Davis with the black bonus ball in the middle of the table here. They're sitting at 37. They've already won the game, 3-0 on the shutout. Pittsburgh has not even shot yet, and that's why Vegas gets to keep going.
And I was here quite a bit before the match, and Vegas has been here pretty much all afternoon preparing, and it shows.
Las Vegas, 37.
Still a great run by Vegas to open this Thursday night match.
And that is 3 straight matches now. Pittsburgh has started off the match down 30-0 and 3-0 because of a shutout. That's got to be demoralizing 3 times in a row.
Yeah, it does, and just reflecting, Steve, my team, Houston, was the only one that didn't happen with, so out of the 4 matches. But nevertheless, yeah, it's got to be, well, you know, you're going to see what kind of true champions Pittsburgh are after a 37 opening for Vegas.
There you see, time now to move on to doubles. Las Vegas up 3-0. Down to Lee Brett we go. He'll get the doubles portion of the match started. Lee?
Game number 2 is now going to be a doubles game. John and Charlie, you're going to shoot for Las Vegas. Adam and Silver, you're going to shoot for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, it's going to be your break. Silver, you're going to break and shoot. Game on, please.
So for the first time tonight, a Pittsburgh poison sighting. Here's Silver Ochoa.
And I think this is good for Pittsburgh. From what I've seen this season, Silver's played pretty solid. He plays all parts of the game well, as far as, pretty smart player at a young age, shoots straight, banks well. This is the unfortunate part sometimes of the break, though. He's really only got one shot to pocket, and you notice the black is covered up a little bit by the purple, so things are going to be difficult for Pittsburgh right from the get.
Boy, it's frustrating when you watch a team run off 30, run 37 in Vegas's case, straight points. You don't even get to shoot, and then right out of the break, you're already up against the rail and having a tough shot.
Well, there's 4 matches to each half. This is a long match, bonus ball. There's plenty of time to come back. Silver wasn't playing that ball. He was trying to bury the cue ball in the end rail behind the orange. Because if you notice on the screen that Vegas starts out on purple, just like both teams every game. So they were trying to get ball in hand there and possibly make Vegas kick at the ball.
Schmidt and Williams talking about how Schmidt can contact a purple right here and probably play defense as well. He's called a target shot in case that black bonus ball happened to go in. But I think John was thinking more defensively right there. And we'll see how it winds up.
That's exactly right, Steve. He was trying to play a two-way shot, trying to draw the cue ball back up table, leaving distance. He didn't quite get the cue ball where he wanted. He left Adam Smith a nice starting shot for Pittsburgh.
Former North American Junior champion Adam Smith, originally from Canada, now resides and calls home Columbus, Ohio. He sends down the purple ball for 1, and now Pittsburgh on orange. Sean Putnam, the captain, has changed his order. Silver Ochoa is shooting out of the 1, and Putnam is the 3. Of course, we didn't get to see him in the first game, but kind of interesting. Putnam showing a lot of faith, and deservedly so, in Silver Ochoa.
Yeah, Silver's played real well, and Adam's a smart player. I'm not sure. I haven't got to watch Adam play quite as much, but I'm sure he's been playing pretty well for Sean to put his team up like this. And all 3 of the doubles matches, the next 3 doubles matches, will have every combination of players, so everyone will play together one match over the next 3.
Adam's a very cerebral player, really thinks things out. I know all of you guys do. He's a teacher, and one thing he talks about is how much he preaches the mental part of this game.
Yeah, and once you get to a certain level, I mean, it's just like any other professional sport. It's a lot between the ears. I mean, it's not a reaction sport. It's a stationary object sport, so it's definitely between the ears a little bit more than most.
Here's Ochoa. And Pittsburgh now has started with a nice little run of their own. Ochoa has left Smith on orange here. And Adam, is that orange right by the cue going to hamper him a little bit, or is he clear of it enough?
Well, it's not really hampering too much, other than we're playing all ball fouls. So if anything obstructs another ball, it's a foul. If he was to touch the ball with his cue or just any kind of movement, that would be a foul, ball in hand for Vegas. A nice shot, nice shot.
And look where he stopped that cue ball too, on a dime and in great position for his teammate. And now they're talking about the leave for purple, and Smith has shown you with his stick where he'd like for the cue ball to be left.
And there's not so much problem with the leave. The main thing is he wants the angle to shoot the purple and then bump the other purple to open up the orange in the lower right, Steve. After he shoots this purple, he should contact the other purple with the cue ball, leaving position for the orange in the same pocket.
This is good for Pittsburgh because they have not been at their best their last couple of matches as he sinks the purple. They've played 2 matches over the weekend and lost them both, and I think even Pittsburgh would tell you they could have played a lot better than what they did in their losses to New York and Phoenix.
Yeah, and I'm very, very impressed with Pittsburgh. The 2 young guns on the team here, captain putting them out, and these guys responding after a 37-0 shutout by Vegas last game.
And they're almost halfway to doing the same thing. They are halfway to the needed 30 to get the win and possibly 3 points. As Smith shows silky touch right there, not only to knock the bonus ball, but Ochoa can now likely cut this one and send it back the other way.
Yeah, he's got I'm not sure exactly if he has enough angle to come to the bottom rail. I think he does. Just come straight up the table on the right side of the black, He could punch around, but I think straight up the table is the correct play. The contact was, oh, he went in and punched around, trying to come 2 rails. That's a big mistake there. But the beauty of this is he knew he could play safe on the orange and try and get a snooker on the black, because Vegas is on purple, so when there's not a purple on the table, it will be spotted as needed. It's a little touchy because he's trying to put the orange in front of one of his pockets as well. Sometimes you got to do one or the other. You don't quite have them both. 19. Nice shot. As simple as it looked, that was a nice shot. Very smart play by Pittsburgh.
Knowing that Las Vegas is on purple, Smith put that cue ball right there purposely, because look where it puts Williams, who will shoot first.
And Charlie's going to come to the end cushion here. He called the right side pocket, the right middle pocket. But he's mainly trying to make a good hit. That way he doesn't give up ball in hand. And if not, maybe he can slide the cue ball up table towards the upper left pocket, not leaving a shot for Pittsburgh.
He's called a timeout here. Each team awarded 1 timeout per game. It can last up to 30 seconds. And when you've got a 24-second shot clock you're fighting, those timeouts can come in handy more often than once, but that's all you get, part of the challenge of this game. And here's Williams trying to connect with purple, and he did off the back rail. Wow.
Great shot.
And look where he leaves the cue ball now.
And that was somewhat intended, I believe. There was an element of luck, knowing you have to go to the end rail and you might not hit it that well, but I think he was trying to get the snooker on the black, and notice he played the purple up table.
15.
So 19-0, Pittsburgh shutout still intact. Ochoa is going to try and send the cue ball left and connect with that orange.
I don't think he'll hit it very hard.
Oh, and he missed it.
He missed the entire thing. Big unforced error by Pittsburgh. That wasn't that tough a kick shot. You can see he was playing it soft because he thought for sure he'd hit the ball.
You may have heard John Schmidt just say, let's run some points, because they've got a golden opportunity to do that now. His leave may be too straight on for Williams. Is that Schmidt's frustration?
That's his frustration. Like in pool, you always want that little bit of angle so that you can move the cue ball easily. He's just going to slam it over. Okay. Oh, this is going to be perfect. I mean, you couldn't place it better with ball in hand.
Because here's what's going to happen. Schmidt's now going to do the re-break, where he's going to not only make the bonus ball, but as we talked about earlier, then connect the cue ball with the rack, and that is a beautiful angle to do that. Folks, you can catch the action, WPBLTV.com. It's where you're at now. Head to the store. This is our last free match of the weekend. You'll get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for just $9.95. The entire weekend, one price, $9.95. It's a heck of a deal, and that's a big mistake right there for Schmidt. He just scratched, and that will be ball in hand for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and Pittsburgh only needs 11 points, so they need essentially 2 sequences to get a 2-point victory and sew up this match at 3-2.
Let's listen to Smith and Ochoa.
Roll that one. Yeah, roll that one up there.
And then the bonus ball goes in the side.
It goes in the side? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, if you'll notice, Pittsburgh is still on orange because of last game during this rack, the previous rack, excuse me, they were on orange, so they remain on what they're on.
And you heard him talk about leaving the cue ball right about where Smith did for Ochoa now. Included in this weekend's games, of course, the rematch of last week's game between Houston and New York. Those two teams will tangle again this Sunday at noon Pacific as Ochoa works on the bonus, and he's got it. Now, we also have a scheduling change. Just this weekend, we're going to have 3 matches on Saturday and only 1 Sunday. So Saturday, our match times Pacific, noon, 3:30, and 7. Noon, 3:30, and 7 Saturday, and only 1 match, that New York-Houston rematch on Sunday, noon Pacific.
Okay, he's going to need that to travel a little bit. Okay, he got there. Nice shot.
And now, things looking very good for Pittsburgh right here. An orange and a bonus ball away from a win.
Yeah, he needs that to go. He doesn't want to land on the rail for the last shot or have too thin a cut shot.
Game ball.
It's not too terribly tough, Steve, but Silver Ochoa definitely wanted to get Adam Smith a bit easier on this black. And this is to bring the match to a 3-2 score.
Would be big for Pittsburgh, who struggled the last couple weeks, for the win.
Shot, dude.
11
Got
game, Pittsburgh.
30-3, Pittsburgh gets the victory. Boy, did they need that.
Yeah, and Sean Putnam, Captain Sean Putnam's got to be super happy about that after the last couple weeks, and then making a little move, putting himself last overall, making a little change in the lineup, Steve. That was a big 2 points for Pittsburgh.
Tomorrow night here on WPBLTV.com, it's Phoenix and Miami. Phoenix has been playing very well. Anxious to see Scott the Freezer Frost in that one. 6 o'clock Pacific. You can buy it in our store. In the meantime, 3-2 Las Vegas here. Time for another doubles game. Let's get down to the floor with Lee Brett. He'll get us going. Lee?
Game number 3, the second doubles game. Players number 2 and players number 3. Pittsburgh going to be Sean and Adam against Charlie and Mike for Las Vegas. Las Vegas, it's your break. Charlie will break and shoot. Game on.
Break and shoot.
All right, Charlie Williams, Mike Davis, Adam Smith, and Sean Putnam, the matchups in this one. So here comes Williams, the 5-time Moscone Cup member and the 2011 Moscone Cup captain, native of Korea, will break and shoot for Las Vegas.
Yeah, and we haven't really talked about the game clock. Game clocks are 15 minutes, which, he needs one to travel. This is going to be a foul.
Illegal break?
Yeah, foul.
Yep, you've got to have a combination.
Illegal break. You have to either make one ball and get one ball past the head string. If you don't make a ball, you have to get
where the ball lies.
2 past the head string.
You have the option, or break and shoot.
You've got to be kidding.
The people in the audience have
what
to
I
get
was
2
talking
point
about
rule.
before.
The ball has to go in the pocket, or 2 balls have to come past this mark on the table here.
Kind of messed up.
Lee Brett explaining it as you were trying to
break and shoot.
also.
Yeah, I'll let Lead handle it. He's got it down cold.
They can take the option of playing the balls as lie, including the cue. It's not ball in hand, or just do a simple break and shoot. And Adam Smith didn't like the look of the table. They'll break and shoot.
Yeah, and I don't blame him. The balls weren't favoring Pittsburgh to really put some points on the board. And that was a big mistake by Charlie Williams. I know he's trying to hit it a little bit more controlled, but that's the one foul you definitely don't want to bring into the game is not getting 2 balls past the head string on the break. You'll notice probably Adam, he's probably not going to take any chances and hit this a little bit more firm. After getting this break and shoot off that foul, I wouldn't take any chances. They're probably trying to control it a little bit more too, but you don't want to pass it back. Oh, he hit these soft too. Now they're taking a chance there doing that. They're trying to get a little bit more controlled break overall, and I don't blame them. But that's a pretty devastating foul to be given up.
He's got a bit of a tough predicament right here unless he can coax that purple in on the left side. Let's listen.
Without being able to get to the bottom of the cue ball.
Yeah.
Going to have to cut that backwards just a little bit, isn't he?
Yeah, and I don't like the percentages of this being elevated. I think I would just bank this off the rail a little bit, sending it across towards the black maybe, and putting him up table on the end rail, just because the percentage you have to evaluate in bonus ball. Steve, you have to really say, well, can I get a bunch of points if I do make this 1 out of like 8 shot right here? And the ball's just, they're laying okay, but I just don't see that that's really the play for Pittsburgh. Especially seeing as how they just had a nice game to get back in the match real quick. You don't want to give up an easy shot to Vegas. We already saw Vegas run 37 points pretty easy, so it seems like they're in stroke tonight.
Bank that purple over to here? I wasn't sure. Just hit it head on and bank it over.
What's most impressive about both these teams is they came out here tonight playing a triples and a doubles, and they both got regulation wins real quick. We didn't even hardly mention the game clock, which has been a big part of bonus ball so far, the game clock and shootouts.
I like that, Adam. Good shot.
I like this play here. What he's done is he's made Vegas where they have a purple up in the corner, but they have really nothing to get position on too much. They could come all the way down for the bank on the orange, and if they shoot this purple, that's what they're going to do. But they've left them a tough shot, and they could possibly give up a lot of points if they miss.
Davis off the mark on that purple, trying to run it up the left side, and it looks like they've left Pittsburgh with an opportunity to cut a purple to the lower right corner. So here's our first look at Sean Putnam, 2-time Moscone Cup member and 55 Viking Tour wins. I don't care what tour it is, 55 wins, you've accomplished something, right?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. There's a lot of great pool players out there in this country that you'll never even hear about that play the game exceptionally well. And Sean, Sean's a threat no matter what tournament he's in. He likes to play pool, so he gets out and plays a lot of events. But winning any of them is tough to do.
He's the Pennsylvania tie to this Pittsburgh team out of Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Sets up Smith here for Orange to make it 3-0 Pittsburgh. Sends it. Got it.
It's a nice shot. He's gotten him about as good on the black as he could. He's got the black for the lower right.
Here might be better anyway, because
I think you should try to pick off this lower purple. It opens up that pocket for the oranges. You know what I mean?
Okay, if you can get down to this one, he's saying, go for this one?
This one right
here,
here.
yeah. This is where we need to be here for this purple.
Okay.
If you can just roll it.
There you heard it.
Yeah, and I agree with him fully. Silver Ochoa at a young age showing his experience and his knowledge about the game. And not only that, it heightens Sean's chances of making the black. Oh, wow.
Now that's a bad break because that's a potential target shot later on. Target shot is when Las Vegas can take a purple. I think that's what they're talking. They're on purple. They can knock that purple into the bonus ball, into their opponent's pocket or any other on the table and get 3 points.
Yeah, and it's a form of a continuation shot. It's the only one you can score on. So if he was to knock the purple into the black, into the opponent's pocket, he would score 3 and then continue on the purple.
Timeout.
Charlie's called a timeout. Let's listen to him and Davis. Mike's instructions were quick. Here goes Williams for 3.
If you don't like it, play that little safety.
Might be too much of a cut.
Well, yeah, but the way the balls are positioned, I think it's the shot because it's taking a purple away from their pocket. And I don't really see Pittsburgh having a play even if they do miss, as long as they don't hang the black. He's should shoot that with speed. See, that you don't want the black ever overhanging the pocket because you can target a black to any pocket. It doesn't have to be your opponent's hole. So he should have shot that with a little bit more speed. That way it either goes or gets away from the pocket.
Slow kicking it?
You want me to kick it slow?
We gotta
Well, if I kick it slow, then I got to walk away even. I'm taking it hard too.
Either sit or get out of the pocket.
Yeah, 2 rails.
Kinda, yeah, yeah. And it's something that the guys are going to have to think about a little bit more.
To almost coin a similar phrase.
He's called this. He doesn't have to call a particular purple, Steve. Okay, all he has to do is call the purple in the pocket. He doesn't have to designate which purple goes in.
Smith did a great job there and also preserving the bonus ball close enough to the pocket in case Putnam makes this, which is a very makeable shot on Orange, obviously. So here's Putnam for a 6-0 start. And to set up the bonus ball, boy, look at him bring this one back.
Yeah, Sean's got one of the biggest strokes in the game. He needs us to slow down. Wow. That ball crept a long ways.
Okay, what do we want
Less
to do,
than probably an inch from being snookered. He's got to make a decision here if he wants to come for the purple on the side or the purple in the corner. That's what they're discussing. Come straight up the table in between the orange. Oh, he's going to play long, and that's a smart play.
Smith with 3 more for Pittsburgh and a big start for them.
Stop at that or draw back?
No,
9-0.
I'd like to go forward actually because I can shoot that orange there. So just like forward to here, just straight forward.
I can stun it over here, but I can't go forward.
Okay.
There's 10. Stopped it on a dime.
Yeah, and I think his teammates have inspired Putnam. He's made some nice shots here. He looks very comfortable. It was a question mark if possibly Sean thought maybe himself, if he wasn't playing well, maybe put himself third, maybe get the guys out there and get the team going.
Maybe
But they all look really comfortable.
So here's Putnam now for 15 strokes at home. And now it'll be Smith on purple. Good start here for the Pittsburgh Poison, who bounced back after getting shut out in the first game. 37-0 for a 30-0 or 30-3 win, and now up 16-0 here. That's 46-3. Pittsburgh's outscored Vegas since they got shut out.
Yeah, that's a good point. And what they're doing here is they're trying to figure out where to get.
I like it a lot.
Because they're going to be playing position for their opponent's pocket. So on the rebreak, when you're playing for your opponent's pocket, you have to open the rack.
Shot, Sean.
Great shot there by Sean Putnam. That was a deft touch, Steve.
Great work by Putnam, and so now it'll be Smith on the rebreak. Putnam, what we've seen of him so far, very quiet, cool and calm. Even when he was struggling over the weekend, didn't say a whole lot, and sometimes that's good and sometimes it's bad. I think in his case, it's good. He doesn't seem to get too overly upset about things, and that's paid off here because he shot well so far tonight.
Yeah, and in most cue sports, you want to play you know, or any sport, you want to play relatively close to your game. You know, you don't want big ups and downs. That way you have something to gauge, and especially in the team aspect, that's huge to have a consistent player. And Sean's kind of the same way when he's playing rough. He's going to keep his mind to himself and try and get gathered even when he's playing a little bit rough.
And I think it says a lot that he willingly moved himself to the third spot here, and it may have helped his team. He got to watch Ochoa and Smith, you know, put up a 30-3.
Yeah, and he got to see him do it after getting shut out without getting to shoot in triples. So. And
that can kind of motivate you as a captain, because you probably as a captain want to hold your own. So when he watches those guys do that, probably a little motivation for him.
Absolutely, absolutely. I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree more with you, Steve.
All right, the run-ins for Pittsburgh. They're still leading, though, 22-0. Does Las Vegas have a shot at purple to get on the board? Let's listen to Davis and Williams.
They've got a nice shot, Steve. And they've got a continuation on the orange later in the rack. They've got a lot of points out here.
And Davis sends down the first point. Now Williams on orange. You notice the walls inside this beautiful arena. Watch them change colors when the players change colors of balls. You just saw them go from purple to orange. What a job Larry Chaborik has done with this facility, right down to the color of the lighting, depending on who's shooting what.
Yeah, the technical crew here at the WPBL, they're just pretty innovative, and they get the job done. Needs this ball to slow down.
And the tone just changed again now that Davis is on black. If it goes, watch the lighting turn to purple. Here's Davis to give his team 6.
Great shot.
Sends it down. So Las Vegas now trying to get on a run of their own, down by 16, nearly halfway home in this third game of the match. 3-2, Las Vegas opened with a shutout. Pittsburgh, though, has dominated since.
And he's got a reasonably tough shot on the purple in the corner, but it brings pretty natural position if he wants to go 3 rails for the orange in the side. And Charlie, his biggest strength is pocketing the ball. Great shot. He's overhit this, though. He's going to need a contact on something to produce a shot. This is going to be an unfortunate scratch for Vegas and ball in hand for Pittsburgh.
Boy, sometimes the toughest shots you make end up like that so many times.
Yeah, but you have to bear in mind the cue ball. I mean, that's a big part of the game. I mean, as much as it is a little bit unfortunate, it's kind of like one of them things, Steve. If you let it run, there's 6 pockets out there for it. So
now easy pickings right here for Pittsburgh. Putnam 2 points, for the orange ball. Now Smith going to work on the 3-point bonus ball. And if this goes, which it does, they are a purple and an orange away from their second straight convincing win of the match.
And he's gotten Sean perfect on this, as easy as it looks. The 5 is kind of covering the pocket up a little bit. So he wanted to get him close to the purple.
But not bottom row.
That's perfect.
Game ball.
Now Smith for the win to give his team a 4-3 lead. 6.5 left. Doesn't look like Pittsburgh will need it. Here's the former Bob Stocks Memorial champion.
And I think Adam thinks he needs some position on the black, but he didn't. Nice shooting by Pittsburgh. Two big wins after a shutout in the opening game of tonight's match.
So good job by Pittsburgh, outscoring Las Vegas 60-9 since they were shut out in the first game of the match. And Pittsburgh has taken their first lead. And hey, this is their first lead since their opening match of the season, because they really weren't close in their previous 2 matches. But a good back-to-back performance here. Now they'll look for Ochoa and Putnam to try to make it 3 straight. 1 more doubles to go. Down to the floor with the referee Lee Brett.
Stealing that break from them.
Game number 4 is going to be the final doubles game. John, you're going to shoot for Las Vegas with Mike. Against Pittsburgh, it's going to be Silver and Sean. Sean, you're going to break. Your break and shoot. Game on, please.
So Putnam now and Ochoa, and here comes the captain.
Sean needs to beware of making sure he gets 2 balls past the head string. It's the last match, as Lee Brett mentioned before halftime. So huge match for Pittsburgh and Vegas both.
You can also make a ball and only get 1 past the head string, or make 2 balls, and you're also good.
Exactly.
Any combination of those 2. Past the head string and makes, and he obviously did that. Now the runner-up from 2 years ago in the U.S. Open 9 ball will start on purple.
Sean's got a pretty makeable shot on the purple here. He's worried he's going to have to run the cue ball into a few balls to produce a shot for the orange. And I'm not sure he's come away with any of them.
Ochoa looks like he can take this cue ball across for orange, but then trying to set up that bonus ball. Let's see what they're talking about.
I mean, what?
Got to notice that. Oh, excuse me.
Sorry.
Down to the end rail.
Oh, just leave him down there?
Yeah.
This one in the side, then, or excuse me.
That's to the out. He's just playing a safety. The problem here is there's a couple problems, but he's hit it really nice. He's really cut off Vegas only to one purple ball, and that's sometimes all you can do. You just don't want to give many options, because if you notice the 2 balls by the purple spot near where they rack the balls, there's a pretty dead combination for a continuation for Vegas. So there's not many places Pittsburgh could put the ball and make sure that Vegas doesn't have a scoring opportunity.
Yeah, leave them long. Let them come with something here. Okay.
Sounds like they want to play defense too, from the way Schmidt was talking. Let him come with something. That usually means try this.
Exactly.
Good shot by Davis defensively. So Iron Mike will take a seat. Now here's Putnam again with his team up 1-0.
I can play it off the black. And like leave the cue ball here somewhere if you can. I can play it off the black and then leave it over here. Hopefully it comes back up. All right.
Okay, they're playing somewhat of a two-way shot. He's trying to score this orange off the black, but the main thing is he's trying to keep Vegas off the shot. Shot clock's running down. Got to watch it.
The cue ball.
Nice shot.
I lost it.
Said he lost it.
Can you target it?
Yeah, he can target the black here. He can come off the purple. You don't have to shoot a combination.
So Schmidt gets his team on with 1. Now here's Davis. We're tied at 1. Mike Davis, a former world straight pool runner-up.
Both these guys are incredible straight pool players, Steve. That's why they maneuver the cue ball and the object ball so well.
4 seconds.
And a timeout. More chatter. Let's listen in.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's no good. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to run. You're just gonna have to make it. I'm gonna have to duck. Damn it. Where do you want to get like? Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. I'll drive it out and hook him on the purple.
I guess John doesn't like it much.
Yeah, well, the blacks, he could have played a target last shot and gotten 3 points, but they can get 3 points here and play a relative safe shot on the black. The problem with the target last shot was it didn't really produce more position on the purple. So anytime you want to target, it's great to get the 3 points, but you got to have some future getting on a purple ball again. So
he's going to kick this bonus ball out away and call it in that pocket near him. But if nothing else, he's going to try and get it away from that lower right corner pocket. He does. Not in the best spot, but Ochoa now on orange has his work cut out for him as well.
Yeah, and John had a good chance to bury the cue ball behind the purple, making Ochoa go to a rail first. But he's got a little bit of a play. Doesn't really have, he's called a target. He's playing the orange on the black, but he's mainly going to run the cue ball up to the back rail, trying to play a little defense as well. When the shot clock was going down, he was deciding that he didn't really like much of and this was the target I was talking about at the beginning of the rack that I'm fairly shocked Pittsburgh kind of overlooked, because this is something that can get the run started for Vegas.
Davis has called continuation. He's on purple, so he's going to get that purple down at the foot of the table, into the orange, into the opponent's pocket, and keep his turn. Does it beautifully.
Yes, and I think it was really makeable. I'm surprised he didn't draw a little better position for his partner. The only problem with this is if he doesn't get the snooker, you'll notice that Vegas really, after he clips this ball, he really won't have any purple position to score on in a shot or two.
Again, folks, purple, orange, and black. You have to knock balls in that order. If you're Pittsburgh, who's up now, you shoot into the black pockets. Vegas into the white. They're worth 1, 2, and 3 respectively, purple, orange, and black. So here's Putnam for 2.
And I like Pittsburgh from here as far as the maneuvering part of the game. There are going to be some safeties and different defensive shots. Since Pittsburgh's on orange and they have 3 possibilities compared to Vegas is on purple, they only have 2 to choose from. So just mathematics alone tells you that the other team has a hair of an advantage in this situation.
We go to 30 in each game. A lot of defense. Schmidt liked that shot by his teammate. Now here's Ochoa on orange.
The reason why Mike did that, the main thing was they have to put a little pressure on Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has to know there's an available purple out there for Vegas to shoot in their pocket just in case they make a mistake. If Vegas was to just leave these purples on the back rail again, Steve, there's no pressure on the opponent's team. They have a lot of free shots to shoot at their hole and play snookers. Big mistake by Ochoa leaving this shot.
Yeah, he's left a golden opportunity now for Schmidt with this purple. Orange isn't in bad shape. Black may be a challenge unless they can move some of those orange balls around it. But first things first, Schmidt for a point on purple. Got it.
Yeah, and that's the beauty. That's the beauty of bonus ball. We noticed both the first 2 games in pretty quick with high runs in regulation, but now we're seeing a little bit more of a tactical game.
You'd leave them straight in if you stick them there. Yeah, but if you don't do it, you're leaving them straight in.
And both teams are on orange now, so that's the predicament that Vegas is in.
Davis going to send this orange near the middle of the table back at him. Nope, he's going to cut it. And try to stick that orange in front, but look out, he is going to scratch.
Las Vegas 1.
We got to shoot one of these and then shoot the bonus ball down there.
We got it next time.
So a slow start to this one, only 5 points combined, and we've played 5 minutes in this game, but that could be about to change.
I'm going to shoot this one.
Here's Pittsburgh, ball in hand.
Yeah, and Pittsburgh's got some
purple, I think, is what he's trying to show.
got a prime opportunity here. What they're trying to figure out is how to fall on the black to get on the purple after they knock this orange.
2.
Putnam for 2 with the orange. Now here's Ochoa. Didn't move that much, didn't need to.
Oh, that's perfect. And you notice that's what they were worried about, leaving this angle on the black to try and fall down for this orange on the bottom. This purple on the bottom rail. Oh, he's overcut it poorly.
Pittsburgh 2.
Yeah, that was that. You're not going to see that happen maybe once a season by Ochoa, that type of shot.
And now here's Las Vegas on orange, and Schmidt, makeable one in the side. Not easy, but makeable.
Wants to fall on this rail to try and give a cut shot to his partner for the upper left.
These pockets, folks, are 3 7/8, so even if the angle looks easy, it's not always as easy as it looks.
Not at all.
Razzin Table, championship cloth. We appreciate the work that those fine folks did in helping us get this table.
What a shot.
Look
what
at
a
Smith
shot.
cutting it in for 3. Mike Davis out of North Carolina just rolled that one in to give his team a 6-point lead. Now Schmidt will start the sequence over with purple for 1.
Both teams are on purple, so he's going to try and chip this towards his hole and run the cue ball back behind the black and orange, possibly get a snooker.
Las Vegas 5.
He's just
7
slow
minutes,
down
25
a little
seconds remain. Las Vegas leads 9 points
Corey
to 3.
Deuel showed up last night. He's been playing some other tournaments away from here and didn't play last weekend. He got on the table last night, shot 1 shot right away and said, this table hadn't slowed down. It was very fast the first weekend. Apparently, in his mind, it hadn't much changed.
Well, with your comment of him going and playing other places, he's probably was on slower felt. So it probably seems to him it hadn't really slowed down much. But we play with a brand new set of balls every match. So they're the cleanest you've ever seen. So, I mean, there's a number of factors that are, besides the table and the lighting, everything's so perfect that you're going to get a little bit more roll than a normal table. This championship felt is awesome. Look
at this leave by Ochoa. Now it's Davis on purple. He's going to have to kick this off the rail and does.
Wow, and he called that, Steve.
Wow. Boy, and John Schmidt just ought to bow down to Mike Davis for the last couple makes, huh?
Yeah, and he's got to make a decision here. He doesn't really want to call this and make it because I don't think they're going to play position for the cue ball to where they get on the re-break shot, as well as they would like. So this is going to be more of a maneuver.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to shoot it in their hole.
Cutting it lower left and well done.
Couple clock.
Did you see this shot? And he killed the cue ball to where he can still pocket the black. It's going to be in his opponent's pocket, so you know he's going to have to hit the rack to make a legal shot. But what an incredible display by Vegas. A couple of really nice, 3 nice shots by Vegas towards the end of that rack.
Those 2 by Davis, the bonus ball and then that orange.
Rip it and see what happens.
He said rip it.
Words of a golfer.
Yeah, he's just saying, you know, go ahead and take a swing at it. You know, some things aren't always, you can't predict them all. So he's main thing here, make the black, don't miss the black.
Don't miss the black and don't miss the rack.
That's right. That's exactly right. And he has a purple coming down towards the upper left. The black's going to get in the way of touch.
What about the side over here?
But again,
We're both on purple.
okay, John could send another purple up towards that top left. He doesn't have to call which one goes in. He's going to play the side. Nice shot.
7.
That's the problem with the side pocket. I didn't really see much of position being produced with that shot.
Just do something with that orange down there.
Probably going to send it in the vicinity of the lower left. If you want to do something with it, you have a make. That's where you want to go if you're white, right?
Correct. And then he's got to just make sure not to leave any continuation shots.
5 minutes, 10 seconds remain. Las Vegas lead.
How about continuation?
What are the words of Earl Strickland a couple weeks ago? I ain't continuing
16 points to 3.
And you're going to notice there is another way to shoot a continuation shot in this type of situation. Silver Ochoa can call continuation on the purple in the upper left, but he's got to gain 2 rails with the cue ball on this kick shot before knocking it in, at least 2 rails. So you'll notice he'll go the side rail, then the end rail, then try and chip the purple in. And he's hit it perfect.
He hit the ball first.
He did catch the ball first.
Oh, I thought he hit the ball before the rail, the second rail. I guess
it was
not.
real close. It didn't matter because
Schmidt.
the ball didn't go down. The big shot to score with.
And Schmidt sends it down.
2.
So he's hemmed his partner up here. I don't think he has any part of the black available. He's going to have to go to the rail first. He's going to call it cross side.
Rail first into that purple, or do you want to get this purple?
Because we're going to get shape on that purple.
Folks, you can catch the entire season package on WPBLTV.com for $169.95. For $30 more, you can get archived action as well. Just head over to our store as Davis has just scratched. Ball in hand, back it goes to Pittsburgh.
Can it fit in there, though?
3 minutes, 50 seconds
Well, we
remain.
could well be heading toward our first shootout. There's still plenty of time, but Pittsburgh down by 15 has a big advantage here in terms of going on a nice run, and they need to down by 15.
And Pittsburgh's got a lot to think about here. The black's up in the upper left. They're trying to figure out a way to play a continuation.
Can you target the purple down there? You can't see it?
Excuse me, a target, a form of continuation.
Timeout.
It's too tight. It's gonna bind in.
Yeah, you can't see the purple.
Putnam saying it's not likely those two are too tightly bunched together. See if him and Ochoa talk here.
Bonus ball, we can, you know, carry him.
Oh, yeah.
That,
Continuation there. Beautiful. Good plan.
So let's just run like 2.
Yeah, that lower one if you can, right?
And we're going to have to get over here. You know what I mean?
So I'm going to follow forward.
Yeah, get me shape on this orange. Yeah.
Okay, and the savvy, at a young age again, Silver Ochoa, the savvy vet, he's figured out the way. What they're going to do is they're going to knock this purple in the lower right, play in position for the orange in the left middle side.
1.
And how they're going to attack that problem up in the upper left corners, they're going to knock this orange in, and they're going to call continuation on the black. They're going to chip the black in, chip the right edge of the black, knocking the purple in for the continuation shot. Then they're going to have the black still sitting there in the pocket. That's the plan.
So watch the leave here.
And he wants to be about where the orange spot is. Oh, he's missing the easy shot. He was too concerned with the cue ball.
Las Vegas need 12 to win.
That's a big break for Pittsburgh because that was ball in hand, don't forget, where that sequence started. And now a great opportunity here for Schmidt and Davis to get on a roll again, and they're just now 11 points away from victory.
And they only needed 2 sequences when they started here.
With some big momentum swings in this game, with Vegas winning the first 37-0. Then Pittsburgh winning the next 2, 60-9 combined, and now Vegas up by 17 here, and a golden opportunity for more.
And that's just to display all these players are getting much better at just running the balls, putting sequences together. He wants this one to run. It's going to be a little short of ideal, that's for sure.
6.
Yeah. Bump it back there.
Still on orange.
If they can get this near the pocket, they need to make sure they don't hang it to leave it a continuation shot for purple. But the way the balls are laying, they should produce a shot pretty easily. Nice shot by
Las Vegas,
Mike.
6.
Fist bump from Captain Schmidt for Davis, and now here's Putnam on orange. And if you're Pittsburgh, you'd almost rather now start thinking about the shootout, because then if you don't win in the shootout, you only give up a point instead of 2, which you'd give up in regulation.
And what he needs to do here probably is put the orange out of play. He needs to cut off the chance of getting a run. Okay, he's going to sell out this purple.
Can you cut it?
I'm going to try.
Push it free.
Schmidt thinks he still has a sliver there for a cut on the purple to the upper left. Looks like he does.
He does. He shouldn't miss this. The problem is coming around the table trying to get position on the orange.
Oh, Lord, hit it.
He wanted it to hit that orange because since he made his, you can knock in another ball into your opponent's pocket and it'll be respotted.
Mike's probably going to be a little more aggressive trying to make this because they can get a 2-point victory if they get this in regulation.
Does it have enough legs?
Las Vegas, 1.
No. And now Pittsburgh is on orange with 1:05 left. Las Vegas desperately trying to get to 30 in the final minute here. Pittsburgh trying to do what they can to keep that from happening.
I don't know where the cue ball's going.
That's for sure. And they could have done a little bit better job earlier in this game.
Over and double up.
Great shot.
Did you hear John Schmidt? I didn't think he could make that. It's fun when some of you guys even do things that other guys just can't believe.
Oh, yeah.
It happens all the time.
And you'll see that with cut shots especially. I mean, cut shots sometimes look impossible even to the best in the world. And guys show you all the time how thin they can cut the balls.
And look at this. You saw Putnam and Ochoa. You still do. They're looking at the clock. They're killing time here so that Las Vegas won't get another chance.
Yeah, leave it close to the pocket. That way they can't make it.
But he's got to make this. And he doesn't. Now look at John Schmidt trying to hurry. They're going to stop the clock if this goes for the rebreak, too.
Yeah, he needs to be pocketing this in his pocket. They're going to let the clock go. Final shot. Okay.
Did it. He gets the final shot. And so all he really has to do is make it. The rack is immaterial since time has expired. So he just has to make the bonus ball, Davis does, into any pocket. Rack doesn't matter since time's expired. And Las Vegas gets the 3 in the win.
And you're going to see this situation, Steve, come up where guys are going to have to start thinking a little bit more at the beginning of these games as far as burning their timeouts. There's going to be situations where you're going to need the timeout and the last shot in the rack with expired time to be able to get the 2-point victories.
This isn't an easy make for Davis. Very makeable, but not easy.
Already made one of these backwards cuts. Oh, he might get another kiss on it. Oh. And if that would have fallen in any kind of way the pocket he called, that would have counted.
Pittsburgh will now shoot first. They have to score at least 21 points.
Also, do you disagree with that strategy?
If they don't score 21 points, Las Vegas will win.
Yeah, but he's still got us. If he's going to go the upper right, which is available, he could have done that. But he's got to touch the rack to get the 3 points.
And the angle wasn't there to do that.
Exactly. That was the dilemma.
So we go to a shootout now. Pittsburgh has to get to 27 to get to any kind of chance of having a point right here. So Ochoa will break, then he'll shoot. Anything that goes in, like you saw that orange, will be respotted. Ochoa will break and shoot. And now they've got to get to 27 to have any kind of chance at a point. If they don't, Las Vegas gets the point.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting to see Pittsburgh, since they have opposite pockets, and Vegas has been so successful breaking from that upper left that you see Pittsburgh go to that upper left because it seems to be favoring the white pockets after that break. And in this shootout, there's no safeties. It's just pure aggression, running balls and making points.
He's got to make a purple here is what Jeremy's saying. And that's a tough shot. It doesn't go.
Las Vegas win the game in the shootout.
And Las Vegas, as you heard Lee Brett say, wins the game and the shootout. And we've got a fun one right here as we are deadlocked.
So now be a 15-minute break. We'll be back at 7:25.
We're going to take a 15-minute break, tied at 4. Stay tuned. The second half of this one should be fun. Pittsburgh 4, Las Vegas 4. Back with more in 15 minutes. You're watching exciting action of the World Professional Billiard League on WPBLTV.com. Welcome back to Las Vegas, everybody, to the WPBL Arena as we're about set for the second half of our match between Pittsburgh and Las Vegas. Singles coming up next, followed by the 3-on-3 to wrap things up. It's a good one. As you can see, we are tied at 4-4 as Las Vegas started off with a 3-0 shutout. But since that time, Pittsburgh has outscored Las Vegas in match points 4-1. Some of the numbers, Jeremy Jones, as we take a look at this place, the overall ranking for Las Vegas coming in just a little bit better. Pittsburgh 9th overall in the league standings. They needed to play better, and so far they have.
Yeah, they've after that opening run by Las Vegas, it was very impressive to see Pittsburgh come back with two-point victories. And then Vegas got the last point to tie the match up at 4, but Pittsburgh's doing what they need to do right in this match. Again,
time for singles as we start the second half of action. Down to the referee Liebrecht to get us going.
Game number 5, the singles game. Silver Ochoa is going to shoot for Pittsburgh. John Smith, you're going to shoot first for Las Vegas. Las Vegas, it's your break. Sean, game on.
All right, it'll be Schmidt going first. And Jeremy, I think this has the potential with Ochoa. You've talked a number of times about what a young, talented guy this is. We know what John Schmidt could do. This could be a really entertaining game right here.
Yeah, and I expect to see, if not some high runs, I expect to see some pretty smart play. Both guys are good veterans of the game as far as really smart players and tactical players. But the main thing is they both run the balls really well.
This was not a favorable break, though, for John Schmidt. When you're trying to get purple balls in those 3 white pockets, he didn't leave himself a whole lot there after that break, did he? Especially with that purple respotted where it is. He's got an orange guarding the lower left.
I could play purple-orange.
This is going to be this is a pretty precious shot, because if he doesn't pocket this, he's going to leave a continuation for sure for Pittsburgh.
Schmidt to get us started. Trying to send it up, and that was just too tough of a cut. And so here is Silver Ochoa now, and good leave by Schmidt. He didn't leave Ochoa with much.
But you'll notice that.
I'd rather just kick under. Yeah, the way the balls are laying, he ain't gonna
with Silver Ochoa, he's going to call a continuation. He's going to go to the bottom rail, kissing the purple, and then running the cue ball into the orange. Like that.
Boy, that was a great carom. Caromed off the purple to the orange in his opponent's pocket. That keeps his turn alive. And now the former Texas Open champion from 2007 can focus on purple in a black pocket. Looks like he's going to the side right here, coming right at you for a point. Well done. Not an easy shot.
No, not an easy shot. He had to hit it in with some speed to make sure he kept a good line on the cue ball. He's got a combination shot on the orange here, which is going to draw a pretty natural position for the black in the same pocket.
So here's Ochoa now. As Jeremy said, combination and executed beautifully for a couple. Now the bonus ball sitting pretty. That was the key right there. Boy, sometimes in this game, one shot can really open up the floodgates, and that might have been it right there, because that do-or-die shot to keep this run alive could really open things up for Ochoa. Bonus ball goes. He wants some kick off that purple, and still going to be in tough shape right here.
Yeah, he's got with kissing that purple, though, it knocked him into a position where he's got a pocket to shoot at it in the lower right hand. And it draws natural position, just drawing the cue ball back for the orange, up table.
Coming right at you.
That's a nice shot.
Right down.
And we saw a couple of uncharacteristic misses by Silver Ochoa towards the end of the first half. And he went right in the practice room and knocked those shots out, practiced them a few times, make sure he was comfortable. And he's opened up with some nice shots here in the second half.
Just playing a little safety right here because Vegas is on purple, and Ochoa decided this is a good time to stop the cue ball behind the bonus ball. Now here's Schmidt on purple.
Yeah, and he saw that he could knock that orange in, but he needs these purples down here opened up to really continue a high run. So he's going to force Sean to kick at these balls, trying to open the balls up.
And he does just that. And let's see what he leaves Ochoa. A golden opportunity here now for Ochoa, Jeremy, with the orange, then the bonus ball sitting at the middle of the table, and then the purple ball just off the foot of the table. Some real opportunities right here for the former champion in 2006 of the U.S. Open at 9-ball.
Silver's going to play the long shot here because it gets a little bit easier position on the black.
Then work his way down to the purple after the bonus ball. Good start for Ochoa.
And he didn't get quite, he wanted to be a little bit more off the rail so he could cue low English to get easier position on the purple. Now he's kind of got to be forced with where the cue ball goes. It's going to contact that purple. He needs to get up by the side.
Want a little more kick off that.
He's okay though because he can be fairly aggressive here because Las Vegas is still on the purple. So he can go ahead and bank this cross side, just letting the cue ball come up on the side rail for the orange. That's just right by that right middle side. You're going to see him shoot this with some speed, I think. He's a great bank player as well. Great
Beautifully
shot.
done. You know, that's a gamble, too, on a shutout because sometimes guys might tend to get a little defensive right there, trying to preserve the shutout, and he just went right after it.
Yeah, and not only the score sometimes will dictate, but the table as much as anything will dictate to be aggressive in certain situations. Like right there, he was on the board with a nice opportunity to gain position on the orange. So if he made the bank, there was some future in shooting it.
Adam Smith chatting with Ochoa. Those two teamed to win their doubles game earlier in the match, 30-3 over Schmidt and Charlie Williams. And Ochoa rolls in the bonus ball for 3 more. That's 18. And now as Smith looks on, a challenging shot at purple right here.
This is where he needs to make a decision. If he really wants to play safe, if he does, he's going to put the purple underneath the orange and run the cue ball back behind the black. Okay, he's overhit it a touch on the purple. Oh, it might be actually perfect. No, you can see just a touch of it.
Not enough to where he can do much with it. Schmidt has called the pocket underneath him. A lot of times just more of a just in case it goes in. He's just trying to get it out and close to his, but this looks kind of good and nearly went in.
And
when I say kind of good, I meant in terms of going in, but it was great in terms of where he stopped it.
Yeah, great. And there was a pretty big robbery in the house tonight. He hit that ball perfect. And you notice he shot at it because he still had position on the orange if he wanted to play aggressive.
Now Ochoa is on purple.
Silver's just going to try and put the orange out of play to eliminate the run by Las Vegas.
Though he did that intentionally to foul, he gave Schmidt ball in hand, but look where he left the orange ball.
Exactly. That's all you can do sometimes. It's I would say somewhat of a prevent defense when you're in a bad situation.
Was there a 2-rail continuation anywhere in that position?
It was really tough. It's very difficult to play the 2-rail position whenever you're away from the ball. Say the ball's up in the upper left and you're on the back lower rail. It's very difficult. Now, if you're closer to the ball, the cue ball is closer to the object ball, there's an easier 2 rails to kick whenever you're closer to it. But you'll notice the guys won't play the continuation too often whenever they're long away from the ball.
For those of you still new to the game, you can play a continuation shot, hitting the next ball in sequence into your opponent's pocket. If you hit 2 rails and then knock that ball in, it's a legal shot, and that's what we were discussing there as Ochoa takes his turn, knocks in the purple, worth a point.
Stop the clock, please.
And if he gets a good kick off the rail, which he does, he should have a cut at the orange. Ochoa's having a little bit of an equipment issue right here.
Yeah, all the players are mic'd, so we can hear what they're thinking.
Got the mic again. Boy, that really adds an element to this match too when fans and we can listen to what these guys talk about.
Oh yeah, I'm very interested. I'm trying to learn as well, especially from some of the great minds out here in the game.
We had a lot to hear Sunday. It was a lot of fun for a while. Here's Ochoa.
Got to make a decision here, because if he doesn't get proper position on the black, puts a lot of pressure on him to have to make the ball and break open the rack.
You heard Schmidt. Jeez.
Yeah.
That means you left a good leave if you're Ochoa. When John Schmidt is struggling with what to do, he's going to do the same thing. Little defensive shot right here.
Boy, I thought I scratched right there. Well, I didn't want to sell out something.
You're looking at two of the players in the league that probably have all the tools to play great bonus balls. Smart players, as well as very talented making the balls and moving the cue ball.
Shot.
Ochoa, 2010 Derby City Classic, one pocket runner-up. 2007 Texas Open champion. Leaves it for Schmidt, who's got plenty of skins on the wall, of course, himself. And back and forth we go.
Just nick it, so you try to get behind the black.
And again, he's not going to try and make this. He's going to try and knock it towards his pocket, or either bring it up off the rail and run the cue ball back behind the black.
Purple, orange, black, 1, 2, and 3, the scoring sequence in this game. Both players are on orange, worth 2. Playing a lot of defense. Ochoa's going to try and cut this, though, and it was just off.
And then just play safe off the bonus.
For those of you watching for the first time, you'll see this a lot when both players are on the same colored ball. And there's only that ball and maybe one other on the table. We get into these games a lot. It's fun to watch. And that might have been an unfortunate kiss for Schmidt. Sometimes that bonus ball sitting out there in the middle of the table can mess things up right there. We'll see what happens.
It wasn't the end of the world. Didn't have too much, but and blanks like this big when you shoot things.
I think he's going to play for the bank, cross the side.
Just off. Now, what's the leave? Schmidt may have an opportunity here. Looks like he does.
And this is where John's got to make a decision as far as, does he really want to keep in this tactical battle with Silver, especially being behind 19-1 going into the shootout. He could knock this in and then play the black up in the upper left. And notice he's playing the black into one of his pockets, so he doesn't have to open the rack. He can knock this in and get the 3 points and then play a forced safety. I think that's probably best for John. I think that's probably best for John, because more balls on the table. He's behind in the score. He needs balls on the table to try and get a shot and run some points.
And a forced safety, as you see Larry Chiborik on the left right there, and Johnny Archer in the middle, and the freezer on the right. Boy, there's a lot of pool knowledge right there between those three, wouldn't you say?
Oh, man. Century's worth.
Oh, and he missed the bonus ball.
Break and shoot.
Big error.
Missed the bonus ball, so it's break and shoot for Ochoa. That is, because now
Pittsburgh lead
Ochoa
19 points to 3.
can break and continue to shoot his way towards 30, needed for a 2-point win in what's been an entertaining match so far.
Yeah, and John sacrificed missing that black, because during the forced safety, it is kind of imperative to get on a certain side of the rack according to which pockets you have. You want the balls on the forced safety being opened and going towards your pockets. So he was trying to move the cue ball to the right side of the table so he could get there, but missing the black, that's something you really can't do.
Kind of like a receiver taking his eye off the ball to see the defense before he catches it.
Yeah, and in the pool world, kind of like missing the ball. And
foul. Shooting orange.
Oh, he's on orange.
This is something we see a lot. When your opponent does a re-break or attempts a re-break, sometimes instinctively the other player gets over there automatically thinking he's on purple, because that's what happens about, 80% of the time, but not always.
Right, and when you're in the same game and there's a re-break shot, no matter what you're on the previous rack inside the same game, you remain on that color.
So Ochoa got up there after watching Schmidt attempt a re-break, automatically thinking he's on purple, and he wasn't, and shot the wrong ball. And we'll see if that mistake is fatal here, as Schmidt has a lot of balls sitting in opportune positions to rack up some points.
Yeah, without an unforeseen miss by Schmidt, I see at least 3 more sequences, which will put him at 27.
4:20 to go. That's plenty of time for both of these players, especially the way Schmidt, the 15th ranked player in this league so far, has the balls lined up. That player rating right there, 14.4. That is points plus assists divided by the amount of games played, and John Schmidt in the top 15 in our 3rd week of this league.
Overran this ball, drawing it back for the orange. He wanted to get close to it, but not this close, Steve.
Got to really cut this one and send it left to his left.
He's got to watch out for the cue ball coming back across towards his cue stick. Wow.
When he overcut.
Las Vegas, 7.
Yeah, and this is that's hard to do. Very difficult to do, and he's not left Silver the easiest of shots. He's got 2 thin cut shots on either the orange against the right side rail or the one he's looking at now. Yeah, he's also got a continuation shot if he wanted to.
If he sends the orange left to the other, it'd be a continuation, or
come off the orange with the cue ball and may continue also. He's called the pocket. He's going for the cut.
Well, good choice.
Yeah, pretty gutsy cut to hit it that soft to hold position for the black. Great shot.
And that could be the shot that opens up the floodgates in this game, because now a straight-on make right here will set up the purple and the side, and then Silver Ochoa can really start to do some damage. 9 points away from winning the game.
And he doesn't need to worry about the continuation. Only needed 9 points, Steve. All he's got to do is get up, shoot this purple in the left middle, come around the table.
One sequence.
Come around the table for the orange and on the right side rail, and then get on the black for this 2-point victory.
You heard his captain, Sean Putnam, say this is just one sequence. 6 points equals a sequence of purple, orange, and black. He's a third the way there after ramming home that purple.
Got a nice position here. He's just probably should pinch draw this ball for a little bit of a cut in the left side.
To put him within 3. Rams it home. He's going to try the upper right for the win.
And I can't fault him. That's another thing like we talked about before. When you're in this situation, you just want to make sure you get yourself a pretty decent shot. You don't want to try and overrun the cue ball trying to get real great position. So he decided to bounce out one rail for the black in the upper right.
To give his team a 6-4 match lead. Online and
11.
down it goes. Silver Ochoa, the 30-10 win, and Pittsburgh has taken a 6-4 lead.
And great shot by Silver to open the second half and put 2 points up on his board to grab that 6-4 lead. Steve?
Pittsburgh has outscored Las Vegas 6-1 since they were shut out to start this match. Now it's time for Charlie Williams and Adam Smith. Down to the floor we go. The referee, Lee Brett. He'll get us started. Lee?
Game number 6, second singles game. Shooting for Las Vegas, Charlie Williams. Shooting for Pittsburgh, Adam Smith. Pittsburgh, it's going to be your break. Game on.
All right, here's Smith. He teamed with Ochoa to really handle John Schmidt and Charlie Williams earlier, 30-3. And he will break and shoot to start this second of 3 singles games in the match. WPBLTV.com is the place you can catch the exciting action of bonus ball all season long. Head on into our store. You can purchase the weekend package for just $9.95. Season package available as well for $169.95. For $30 more, you can get the whole season live plus archived matches. It's all there in our store, as well as merchandise. And of course, if you purchase the package this weekend, you're going to get 5 more matches, including Jeremy's Houston team against New York in a rematch from their match last Sunday. That'll be this Sunday at noon. Head on into the store and check it out. Here's Smith. Looking purple, upper right for a 1-0 start. Down it goes.
1.
And he's got some opportunity to score here, Steve. He's got at least 2 sequences I can see. Interesting to me, last match in the singles, you didn't hear much from the Vegas bench as far as information for John Schmidt. I think you'll hear that a lot more from Pittsburgh. I'm not sure if just Vegas didn't want to comment too much to their captain about different things, but not very vocal last match, Charlie Williams and Mike Davis.
Williams is in a predicament right here. Again, he's shooting to the white pockets, and there you see purple balls into white. Not a lot out there for Charlie.
Timeout.
And he calls the timeout. 1 per game. Hasn't even shot, and he's going to use it already. So keep that in mind, because we have a 24-second shot clock, and Williams, who is notorious for taking all that shot clock, may well do it here now that he's burned his timeout over and over again. He's still baffled.
Yeah, and he doesn't really have an offensive play that's high percentage. And there's 4 oranges on the table, noticing at your scoreboard that Pittsburgh's on orange. So he has to defend orange to the black pockets. Going for this cut shot, Steve, in the lower left. Very difficult.
He overcut it.
Shot there.
But look, as you heard Schmidt say, good shot. Now, there may be a continuation indeed. Smith is on orange, so he can go orange into purple into the white pocket and continue on. That's the only thing he's really got anyway. Why not?
And that's what he wants to do. He wants to, and the purple will come back up on the spot, making it available for him to one of his pockets later on. He's going to come up table, get into position on the orange in the side.
That's a great leave right there. So he has a pretty good layout here for the purple, or excuse me, for the orange and then the black, and then maybe that purple that was just respotted. Then maybe even another orange. About 4 or 5 shots here. Those 2 purples in the corners could be a challenge, but we'll see how far Adam gets first.
And the one to the lower left isn't more as difficult as the one to the upper left. The one to the lower left can be banked across corner pretty easily. Difficult shot on the black here, though, up in the upper right. Remember, these are 3 and 7/8 inch pockets we're playing on.
Championship cloth on the Razum table. And Smith rams home the bonus ball. He's got a 6-0 lead.
5.
And this is, he's gained position for the side pocket on the purple, the one on the spot, but it doesn't really give him the angle to get on the orange. So I wouldn't be surprised if he banks this purple.
Gonna send this purple back to the lower right. Beautiful.
6.
Runs the cue ball back up near the center of the table. Now he'll focus on orange. There you can see the line he has. It looks like just enough. What a great angle of a line to get that orange ball closest to the cue, to the upper right. That is a beautiful vantage point by the guys. Good job by our crew. You could see, because from here we couldn't tell if he had the line, but that angle showed it, didn't it?
Yeah, it sure did. And Adam is keeping his composure. Overall, Pittsburgh probably, you know, I don't know if they would have been, I think Vegas would have been an overall favorite in this match, but you got to be super impressed with Pittsburgh, the way they played. And I think I just jinxed them, Steve.
Uncharacteristic of Smith, as he left that bonus ball off the mark, and now here's Williams again, who can cut this purple in, and he needs to get at least a point on the board.
Isn't easy, because the purple's pretty easy, but he's got to gain position on the orange to where he can come back down table for the black. Be tough.
He's on purple next, Charlie, if you want to do something tentative. I don't know.
John Schmidt, like an alert captain, reminding Williams, you don't have to go for it here. He's on purple if you want to try a defensive type play. Looks like Charlie's going to go after this orange anyway and run it up the side.
I don't blame him at all. He did pretty well.
Those 3 and 7/8.
Vegas 1.
Oh, difficult. And they're going to get even more difficult as the season goes. The table's going to break in a little bit. The felt's going to become a little bit slower. Not really slow by any means, but a touch slower. And it's going to make these pockets even more devastating.
So Smith now will start a sequence over. Again, when you miss the bonus ball, which he did his last turn, you start the sequence over. You go back to purple. So he tries to ram the purple on the side, and that one was off the mark.
Cut that orange in the corner and try to get on the black, Charlie.
So here's Williams now. There's the captain, you heard it. Cut the orange to the corner.
I don't think there'll be much trying here. I think if he makes this orange, he'll definitely gain position on the black coming down table.
Good shot, Charlie.
Great camera angle.
Bounce up a little.
2.
He wants a little bit of a kick. He got it. Perfect position now to pull within 3. That'll happen if this bonus ball goes. Folks, like us on Facebook. WPBL is the name of our page on Facebook. We'd love for you to go there, like us. We keep you abreast of information pertinent to the league. WPBL on Facebook. 3-point shot now for Williams.
Very nice, very nice.
This is really set up nice for Vegas because you'll notice where the orange is. That's about where you want your last ball before the target because it makes it very easy to gain position on the re-break shot. That's almost ideal. He's just going to bounce out one rail for the orange in the upper left.
And if he does that after ramming home purple, we'll have a tie game at 9. Boy, this has been an entertaining match. 3-0. Pittsburgh trailed Vegas right out of the gate, but a good job by the Poison, outscoring Las Vegas 6-1 since then. But a chance right here for Las Vegas to get on a little bit of a roll. Charlie Williams to tie the game. Sends it down.
8, stop the clock.
You'll notice an interesting point earlier as far as John Schmidt asking Charlie if he wanted to shoot more of a tentative shot, play safe on that long shot that Charlie missed. These guys are going to notice that if they go to these shootouts, is one thing. It's a way to salvage giving up a point sometimes and also getting yourself a point. But you can't have big deficits. You can't be down 21-3 going into a shootout and expect to come away with that point.
You've got to run it 20 straight at that point.
Exactly. You need to be a touch more aggressive when you get the opportunities against these other great players. Great shot.
Runs it into his pocket, connects with the rack. Look out, it's got to slow down, and it hits the cushion. So he gets the 3 points and now starts the sequence over purple, orange, black with a 3-point lead. Let's listen to Schmidt and Davis.
One near their side. Yep, and just get down to the end rail.
Or shoot the other one and draw it straight back.
Can he thin that?
He didn't really come with an offensive shot.
The one he's standing there? No?
I wouldn't try that. Well, I tried it.
Gonna cut this purple.
Yeah, just like that. Good
Play
shot.
Defense.
Nice shot.
Las Vegas 11.
Moving like Scott Frost there, baby. That's how you do it.
Crowd appreciates that defensive play by Williams, and now here's Smith.
Shoot a continuation into there. Like
either continuation.
Oh, it is.
Well, we have pretty much
Straight shooting.
or just cut it in the corner if you want.
Plays once a year and he shoots
like continuation.
This is where teams, if he's going to roll this ball here, I guess he's going to slow roll it and try to hold position. That's the only way that continuation shot was really worth shooting. And I didn't really like the chances of making it, Steve.
Now Williams on purple. I guess that's the good part of it for Smith, is recognizing Williams has some difficulty with the purple. What's he going to try and do here? Cut that one in the middle of the table up to the left corner?
Yeah, and he's got to make a decision if he wants to put draw English or just roll it in. Rolling it in, the only problem is he's going to sell out the purple on the right side of the table.
You overcut it.
Right shot. Right shot.
So now here's Smith, who had a 9-0 lead in this game. Charlie Williams has scored 12 straight since. Adam to end that streak.
There we go.
Rattles it around and out.
Get up there.
Okay, again, Adam trying to cover the cue ball just in case he missed.
Triple header tomorrow, folks. 12, 3:30, and 7 Pacific. Then one match on Sunday. Please join us. It starts with Jeremy's Houston Hustlers against these Las Vegas Dice at noon Pacific right here on WPBLTV.com.
Easy, baby, right there. Shot, Charlie.
Well, captain likes it. That always helps. Was a good shot.
Playing right safe.
Yeah, just bumped it. Yeah.
Smith has already said a little safety here.
Gonna try and get behind the orange to where he doesn't let him see any of the purples.
Go downstream if you can.
He let him see a little bitty piece of the purples.
But really not a makeable opportunity here.
Tickle off it.
It's tough to get a make when they're lined up like that, isn't it?
Yeah, he's just gonna have to wait a little bit to get another shot.
We'll see that a lot in this game. Defensive shots, safeties, snookers, just waiting for the other to flinch. Let's listen.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You have to hit it firm though.
Corner pocket.
I believe they're missing a continuation they have on the purple next to the orange in the left side. You can come off that purple with the cue ball and continue the orange.
That was a real smart shot. Easy. Come on, purple.
That's not what Adam Smith wanted right there.
You got time to win in regulation still.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, Speedy. Go for it, Speedy.
Williams now. Makeable purple cut right here. Then we'll send the cue ball back down toward the bottom for orange. If he makes, he does. And now he's set up good.
Yeah, and he's got pretty easy sequence of points here, and he's got a purple available in the upper left to continue the sequence after the black. Problem lies is getting on the next orange, not this one here.
For a 6-point lead, down it goes. Wants a little bit more roll. He got it. Now he got a cut. He's got a cut on the bonus ball. Cue ball might have rolled a little farther than he wanted, maybe a couple inches.
Yeah, a little closer to the rail than he wanted, even though he's over the pocket. It's still just a little bit, a little funny to bridge. He's going to knock this in with some speed, go down the rail and up. Nice shot.
3-point bonus ball there for the native of Seoul, Korea. Former Moscone Cup captain. Now a 9-point lead, both players on purple.
Don't let it come up to the side. I don't know what shot he's going to shoot.
Okay, you're going to see an extreme cut shot here.
Going to send it back to that side on the right.
Oh, he's got to go for the white, so he's cutting this in the upper left.
Okay.
Vegas, 6.
Shooting, Charlie. Shooting.
So now here's Smith.
Shoot, bud. You made some great shots.
He's on purple as well. Trying to see if he's got the right angle to send that purple to the upper right.
Playing perfect, Steve. He can just come down for position on the orange. Oh, that's an unexpected miss there.
And look out, if that goes in, it's ball in hand. Since he did not make it in his own pocket, one goes in the opponent's, that's ball in hand.
Yeah, you're on purple, Charlie. You got one hanging out in the hole there.
3 minutes, 15
This
seconds.
is actually really nice for Charlie. He should shoot the one. This is the wrong shot.
Try to get to a simple orange, right? Get to the black. Don't you think?
Adam Smith led this game 9-0. It's been all Williams since.
Okay. Man, you wouldn't get shaped though, would you?
Touch of the purple. Wants to kiss that orange now. And I guess he's got just enough room.
Yep.
1.
Yeah, if you make this, you can win a regulation.
Mike Davis acknowledging plenty of time left, 2:45. Williams needs 11 points.
He's had to slow down. Well, he got a nice contact there.
3.
Was he thinking side until the orange got in the way there?
Yeah, and that's what he had commented. I'm going to go into traffic here, meaning he didn't know exactly which position he was going to get, but he put the emphasis on making the ball.
Knowing the cue ball will either hit the orange and leave that, or miss the orange and leave him a chance in the side. For a 15-point lead, that is true.
You just need one sequence. You got 2 minutes. You got plenty of time.
It's a free, soft combination. Smooth it in.
6.
You don't want to leave them to continue.
6 more away for Williams. What he doesn't want to do is miss a shot and give Smith a chance to run timeout, because then Williams would only get the 1-point victory if he got anything in the shootout. He wants to get the 2 in regulation with 1:53 left.
He's going to leave a continuation here, which is a pretty big mistake in the situation.
Smith has already called it. Combination or carom?
Well, it depends on which one he thinks he can gain position with. The one purple's going to come on the spot. So it just depends on if he thinks he can hold on that side of the table, he'll shoot the combination. Otherwise, he'll shoot the billiard.
Call timeout.
Timeout.
He calls a timeout. Let's listen to Ochoa.
Yeah, I'm like, I'd rather shoot the carom, but it's not going to do anything. But even the combo is pretty straight. It's not going to do anything either. But at least I can, well, no, I can't really do that
technique. It's like you can
Purple's
play
in the spot up.
The purple's in the spot under the orange, right?
So
you can
be my
maybe
area
try to
for
get
shape
shape
or
on the
over
side.
here, shape in the side. All right.
They're reminding Smith that if a purple does go down, it's going to spot up right about where the cue ball is.
And that's the beautiful thing about the continuations. You always know there's a ball coming up that you can predict where they're at, where you can gain some type of position. He's hit this perfect.
Shot.
Great shot.
Shot at him.
Now on orange, he really needed that dude to stop the bleeding. You don't score anything on the continuation. You just get to continue your turn. And with that spot up, it's left him a golden opportunity here in the side.
This is do or die. All these shots are do or die. Oh, this is a bad miss.
Boy, he has uncharacteristically missed about 3 in a row that were very makeable. That bank up there in the upper right was a tough shot. You could argue if that was a very makeable shot, but at least 3 others have been that he's missed, including a bonus ball.
Yeah, and you see some movement. That's what you do not want that when you're shooting the balls in. You don't want a bunch of movement, just the cue to be moving.
Now Williams trying to finish this thing off in regulation and get the 2 points.
Great shot.
Combo that, and that really should open things up to do that. With 40 seconds left, that's a ton of time to get 2 makes.
37 seconds.
Okay, he's going to want to shoot this and just go to the right rail and then back out. I'm thinking for the black in the lower left.
Did he not cut it enough?
Oh, wow.
He didn't.
All right, let's just
Vegas.
Let's get
And that could cost him a point right there. It very likely will. Adam Smith may.
Wait.
You see if Smith doesn't play this for the last shot.
So he doesn't have a shot.
He could shoot it prior to the last shot because he's going to be containing the cue ball
Straight back.
where he doesn't leave them a shot. So he possibly could get 2 balls in before, a purple and an orange.
Yeah, time will expire here, so
Shootout.
it's going to be a shootout. We've already had one of these. Advantage will be to Charlie Williams, but here we go. Adam Smith has to get to at least 25 to have a chance at a point. If he gets short of 25,
I feel like we still
then Williams gets the point. Let's listen to Las Vegas.
we can get to 30.
Pittsburgh will go first in the shootout. They need to score 16 points. Make Las Vegas shoot
Just
again.
a lot of chatter right
21.
Well, they're probably a little nervous, Steve, so. You know, when you're a little nervous and the heat's on, you're definitely looking for a friendly face.
All right, here's Smith now. There you see his record and ranking. Again, ranking in this league, points plus assists divided by games played. Adam in the top 25 as he breaks, and now will shoot. And when you're behind in these shootouts, you want to look for purple balls on your side of the table. And he's got one in the lower right that looks very makeable, and that might be about it.
And the big problem here is he needs at least 16 points to tie Vegas to have an opportunity to get a point, and he needs, that would be 21 to get to 30. The problem is the first black, Steve. See where the black's repositioned over the white pocket?
Well, he may have a target with an orange.
Yeah, but he's still got to make a great shot on this purple just to possibly get a shot. Man, that was a great shot. Under the pressure, that was a great shot to fire that ball in and come across to the target shot.
And he is called target, so he'll get 3 points here. You can use the opponent's pocket or any on the table for a target. Next ball in sequence is orange, so he can hit it into the bonus ball and get 3 and to stay alive. Here it is. Beautiful.
Notice he drew the cue ball back for the guarantee position on one of these 2 oranges.
He stays on orange, which happens after the continuation. You stay on the ball that was next in sequence, in this case purple, for 15 to put him within 10 in the shootout with a point at stake in the match.
Notice it's real touchy because he only has 1 black pocket available for the black. It's the left side. It's the only one he can really play position because the other purple has the other 2 pockets covered up.
That spot of the bonus ball almost hindered this angle, but it looks like he's got just enough room. This is worth a point, or excuse me, this is worth 3. Nice.
Great shot. Bonus ball, It's gonna be okay. He's gonna have a shot here.
You know, we saw him struggle with his accuracy there toward the end of that game, but when you go to the shootout, can that give you maybe a new breath of life sometimes?
Oh, absolutely. And one big difference between the shootout and regular play is there's no safeties. So you're not really trying to pocket a ball with safety in mind, like a two-way shot. So a lot of times it's, you'll let your swing a little bit freer because of that. It's do or die on the make, and you tend to make a lot better shots.
To put him within 4. Orange for 2.
12.
Now he's left himself in good shape for the bonus ball right here. Eyeing that next shot up after that, which would be purple.
These two to get ahead of Las Vegas and force them to have an opportunity to shoot in the shootout.
He's just going to send this maybe a few inches past where the bonus ball is.
Oh, he's going to come down to the lower rail and back up. Nice shot.
And there it is. Right in line to cut this purple.
15.
This one would tie the score. And then work on orange after that. So a good run here by Smith in the shootout.
It's huge for Adam and Pittsburgh. Not only climbing uphill to get himself back in this match to possibly gain a point, but they have a triples match later on to end tonight's session, and they're going to need Adam Smith to be playing like this in the triples as well.
The way this match has gone, 1 point either way, which is what's on the line here, could be huge.
Yeah, and this one will get them the lead in the shootouts. With this 2 points here, it'll get them a 27-25 lead, which doesn't sound like much. But you know as well as I do, Steve, sometimes on the break and shoot, the balls don't lay where you really get a shot. So really, sometimes we've seen
18
with just 1 point lead going into the shootout and win it.
To get to 30, what a run this would be for Smith to put the pressure on Williams. Got it.
21.
So Adam Smith runs it all the way to 30, well down in this game before the shootout. Now he's 5 points up.
That was an incredible run by Adam.
Now, if Williams runs it to 30 as well, each
All you need to
side
get 5
gets
points
a
to guarantee
point.
a point for your team.
Charlie will need it. One full sequence.
The break is so key again. Look for the purple balls to move left. That's what Williams wants, with 2 pockets on that side of the table.
Trying to push the balls from one side back to the other. Okay. Something to slow down. You notice that orange has covered up the one purple, I believe.
Boy, that orange in the middle bottom of the table might be okay if it's not connecting with that orange, that purple.
It's doable. It's makeable. It's not easy.
The bench is talking continuation, purple into the orange to the lower right. That could be a tough shot. He's got to make this, or Smith gets the point.
1.
And does. Left himself with a chance to run this orange to the lower left.
Doesn't have much angle, so he's going to have to create a little angle with the cue ball. Have to punch this one kind of way or another. You notice he only has the right middle side pocket.
3.
Great shot.
Needs a little bit of run, and it looks like he got it.
3.
You heard Captain Schmidt there. How'd you hit it, Charlie? Then that's a compliment, meaning you hit it perfect.
Now for the bonus ball, and he ran it in, and actually that gives him 31, so they get the point. Because of the way things shaped up, he was on the bonus ball with 20.
Get the point.
They do both get the point.
I thought they both got the point. Yeah, that makes it 7-5. As long as you get to 30, it doesn't matter if the opposite team goes ahead of 30. It just so happened they had to have that last black to get to 30. It just put them past it, but it's still the same. Each team still gets a point.
Which is fitting the way this game has gone, back and forth all the way through, and look at it, 7-5, still anybody's match with one more singles game left on the docket. Down to the floor we go with the referee, Lee Brett.
Game number 7 for Pittsburgh, Sean Putnam. For Las Vegas, it's Mike Davis. Mike, it's your break and shoot. Game on.
All right, Sean Putnam again, who's the captain of this team through their first 3 matches, was shooting out of the first hole and struggled his last 2 matches, and now he's put himself in the third, responded. He's played well tonight. Let's see what happens here against Iron Mike Davis.
It's going to be trouble. Oh, it could have been trouble if he didn't get that last kiss. He wouldn't have made a legal break shot. And I'm really surprised that Vegas keeps flirting with that foul.
May have heard John Schmidt just say, we're hooked on every ball on the table, meaning they're blocked in terms of balls at their pockets.
Yeah, timeout.
Timeout.
Right. Here's Schmidt.
You could soft kick down behind it, Mike, and just touch it. Block the bank on the purple.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not ideal, but gotta hit it real soft.
Playing a safety shot right here. Touches
Nice
purple.
shot, Mike. Like a surgeon.
And now here's Putnam.
Well, sometimes when you're in a pinch, you gotta come with that.
The other one I was just going to try to roll up.
The balls are still laying right there.
They call him Big Bubba.
What do you think?
Asking for help. Ochoa will offer
You want
some.
to maybe fire, like cut this purple 1, 2, and try to kick at that other purple behind and go.
Timeout.
He was down to 5 seconds when you heard that buzzer, so they'll talk about it more.
Yes.
Notice, listen to Pittsburgh.
Draw that purple into the rail and into that purple, and then draw to like maybe the middle of the table over here. You know what I mean? Just so you can get them both out of there.
Well, if it's 2 rails, is going to kick it towards their side.
Yeah, work about a lot of balls moving.
That's great. You ordered yourself a little jelly baby.
What about shooting a similar shot, but almost shooting straight at it?
20 seconds.
Sounds like they're talking about moving that cue ball to the left side of the table.
Hey, you want to just freeze? Go off of it and freeze to it? I don't know if you can do it.
Putnam wasn't sure, though.
10 seconds.
What do you think?
It's a pretty touchy situation they're in here. They need to keep it simple, if anything, and I can't blame them for that shot at all.
Boy, and that cue ball, if it didn't kiss up against that purple, looks like it has. It's awfully close. Lee Brett's even taking a look. He might need to slide a credit card in there to see.
You got a big pocket.
And
Let the cue ball come towards the side.
It's a free shot. Just roll it towards the hole.
Glance off the right side of it a little bit. Like over a little bit, yeah.
Probably called this kick shot to try and pocket it in the upper left. Great shot. I'll tell you, Mike Davis has really come with some shots tonight.
He has.
He's really difficult. As far as the difficult ones, he's made some difficult ones.
Earl
will be proud.
He would. He would.
He's got to get on the ball.
There were a couple back-to-back, in fact, earlier in the match where he knocked in a bonus ball, then an orange that were very tough shots.
Oh, yeah. It's interesting to me to see that there's really, seems like on every team there's a particular brain trust, kind of like one guy they kind of point towards for all the little delicate safeties and tactical shots. So.
And for Pittsburgh, it's Ochoa. There you see him in the background now. See if he has something to say.
They're on orange.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Kick under here.
Yeah.
Tie it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Glance off and let the cue ball run up. But you hit
Both
it.
teams are without timeouts.
Las Vegas is on orange.
They're on purple.
Putnam had that in mind, and now you heard Schmidt tell Davis they're on purple. So right now it's instinctively, what are they on? Because you almost know right now at this stage of the game you're not going to have much of an offensive chance.
No, they're just going to contain here. The balls are laying really nice for Vegas overall. They're going to probably force Pittsburgh to do something offensive to try and get out of this jam.
Cut that bottom orange in, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Does the bottom orange go for him?
I think if you just
I can bank it and draw it back.
draw it or just hit it with high left and come 2 rails
What
out.
about just kicking it soft? Kicking it at your hole soft.
Drawing it, I can clear it.
Okay, cool. 10 seconds.
Putnam now to send the orange ball back toward the upper right.
You're on orange, Mikey.
Puts it back in the top middle of the table, and now back we go to Davis and Las Vegas on orange.
Right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Vegas is slowly but surely turning this table. totally in their favor.
Davis has called 2 rails to the upper left white pocket in the corner.
Shot there.
Might have made it. If he hit it, he might have made it.
Scott Frost shot here. Look at this.
Wow.
I like it even better.
What a great effort.
Hey, can you see this purple?
Ochoa thinking continuation. There's Frost right there. Ochoa asked Putnam, can you see this purple, meaning the purple at the top middle. I think they're thinking maybe continuation.
Possibly continuation and possibly just rubbing up against it, trying not to leave that orange in the upper left, a shot. They're in a bad spot here, Steve. Okay, you can tell they're in a bad spot when they had an open shot at a couple purples as far as safeties, and they tried to move the black to keep the run from being so high.
Well, Putnam just knocked the bonus ball first. It was not next in sequence. So it's ball in hand for Las Vegas.
That was intentional, Steve.
Do you agree with it, though?
You know, possibly. I think he could have probably
4 seconds.
Probably moved a purple out of the way, give up maybe the orange and the black, and just make it where they couldn't get to the purple. Wow, what a great – this Mike Davis is playing exceptional.
Because now look where he's positioned the bonus ball. A little bit more makeable position. Still a tough shot, but much better than where it was.
Yeah, I don't think he really has a play, but he did have to go into the black trying to reposition it, open it up for a shot to the white pockets.
That's even better.
Look at this.
I mean, bank it, yeah.
With Pittsburgh on purple.
Las Vegas 2.
Putnam now faced with a real quandary here.
Okay, they're definitely calling a continuation on the purple in the lower left.
Going to go to the back rail and then side rail. It's got to hit at least 2.
He's going to go ahead and play the bank, the upper purple on the lower left purple. He's missed it.
At least move balls away, you know. It's okay, it's our pocket.
What I was talking about earlier, as far as Vegas forcing Pittsburgh to do something very aggressive to try and rearrange this table, try and get control of it.
So Davis just played it safe, and waited until the opportune time, and this may be it right here. Point there for Davis. Now he's on orange, worth 2. This was a 1-0 game for quite a while, but now maybe we'll see if Las Vegas can open it up a little bit. We've played 5.5. Nice shot. Each team trying to get to 30 in regulation. You see 9.5 left now as Putnam looks on.
Don't sell out that purple. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And perfect to bank this cross corner to the upper left. Trying to make it, and he's still not going to give up much of a shot on the purple for Pittsburgh.
Las Vegas 3.
Just a tough shot right there. And now Pittsburgh on purple.
Either that or try to kick it.
Pittsburgh can try and get back in the match.
I can inside English, just try to creep it up here.
Okay. Hey, try to get the cue ball into the orange there, right?
You heard Schmidt hit the point. He wanted it to hit the corner cushion there, that side pocket. But it stays on Pittsburgh's side of the table.
I can say John wasn't really pulling for something bad to happen to Pittsburgh, but he needed something good for it to happen for his team. Trailing 7-5 in the seventh out of 8th match for tonight.
You know, you talked about each team having their person that, as Davis is going to play safety here well, having their person that is kind of the go-to guy when you need a difficult or a shot. It was very noticeable that you're that person for your team with your experience, and congratulations. Great job of captaining your team to a win on Sunday.
Oh, I appreciate it, Steve. And my guys are they're real knowledgeable players. I think maybe as much as anything, they probably just need a little direction on keeping your emotions in check and everything else out there. It's not easy. Not easy at all.
Well, we could certainly tell just without hearing from the microphones, but obviously with what a great leader you are, and don't think it's a coincidence your team picked up their first win when you were down there on the bench. Congratulations. Job well done.
Thank you.
Houston and New York will have a rematch on Sunday, noon Pacific. Head to our store, WPBLTV.com. You're there right now. Just go to the store. You can purchase the weekend package for $9.95. Season package is available for $169.95, or for $30 more, you can get the archived versions and live as well. Davis on purple. Schmidt said soft.
Creep the cue ball up on the purple.
There you go.
Trying to leave the purple near on their side where they do have something available.
People, please turn the cell phones off.
Is your cell phone on?
No.
Mine's on vibrate.
Crossbank.
Here's Putnam now. He's called crossbank.
I put a lot of top left English on this, running the cue ball up near the black if he misses.
Great shot.
Nice shot.
2.
So Big Bubba rams it into the side, and now his team has 3. He's on the bonus ball here. This is going to be challenging. Of course, if he misses, then he'll go back to purple after this turn. Look at this. First time we've seen this all year.
That's not easy for the big fella to shoot behind your back.
Pittsburgh, 2.
Right there, he's just trying to keep it close to his pocket. You don't want a target shot leave.
Nice, called this one rail. He's going to bank this up in the top left, excuse me.
That looks good. The angle is perfect, and down it goes.
1.
Now he's got a target shot.
Target called.
Karam, the cue ball off the orange to the bonus ball and in.
Yeah, and he can hit this with some speed because he's going to want the orange to come across the table a little bit, so he has a shot on it. I expect him to hit that a little bit more speed to get the orange across.
They're on purple, you're on orange, Mike.
4.
Okay, this is critical. Pittsburgh is on purple, which will be spotted down at the foot spot of the table. So pay attention to the leave here. Davis may have a defensive shot in mind, maybe trying to bring that cue ball back behind the bonus ball.
Yeah, he's just going to chip what you're looking at, the left side of the orange, trying to play back behind the black.
Las Vegas.
I would say
4.
a decent effort. I mean, you really want to try and get the snooker there is the most important thing.
So Putnam will have a clear angle at the purple, but with 2 pockets on the left side of the table, not a real offensive shot. Here's Ochoa.
Send the cue ball over here.
Bank it here.
No, he's saying cross it that way to that hole. Here, high left.
And the cue ball goes one rail.
Here?
Yeah. You're going to have a chance to look up behind. You're moving like a genius.
Putnam only 3 points so far in 10 minutes.
Make it.
And he just made it. That's ball in hand.
Cutting out a ton.
Okay, you're on orange, Mike. So you're going to go orange-black to the purple.
He missed a shot that was very makeable at a critical stage in one of their matches over the weekend, and that time, that could also be a very costly miss right there. Davis has a real chance right here to get to 30 now.
Yeah, he does with 5 minutes left. That was a big mistake.
Well, maybe he's saying the same free rail position.
The ball's coming on the spots. That's the easy. It's still not easy, but that's the easiest place to really, like the orange is going to come up in a second after he knocks this black and then the purple in. It's the easiest place to really kind of play position consistently for the re-break shot. When the balls are all in the spots, it's kind of something you practice. You know they're going to be there a lot, so you practice it a lot.
5.
Here comes Davis now. The orange will be respotted up at the break end of the table. He's going to keep that in mind as he knocks this one in, and look at it,
6.
beautiful.
Boy, that's some cue ball control.
He's gotten perfect. You hear what Captain John Schmidt said? That's some cue ball control there. He's gotten perfect just to slide over for the black and the middle right for the re-break.
He's going to want to leave it at a bit of an angle into the side pocket, and he does for the re-break.
Yeah, perfect. Nice. I'll tell you what, Mike Davis looks as comfortable out here in this arena table as any player in bonus ball.
This Vegas team is really starting to come around. They struggled in their first match of the season, and they actually lost it. But since then, they've been playing pretty well, averaging 7.7 points per match. That's 7th in the league. However, in the South Division, they're just in 3rd. Of course, the playoffs, the top 4 in each division will go.
Sure, and and every point counts. Even in losses, points count. And you do get 3-point bonus for winning matches. So it's not just a pure point league. Wins and losses mean a great deal.
11.
Look at the action on that cue ball as he now will break and shoot. Orange ball respotted. Pittsburgh, by the way, 9th overall in the league, averaging 6 points per match. In their division, they're 5th out of 6th.
There you go, Twisty.
Makes this, he's going to still have a chance to get the 30
Vegas,
points.
11.
Okay, we're approaching 3 minutes. This is where, Sean, it's critical that he tries to get his team to a shootout.
10 seconds remain. Las Vegas lead 21 points to 3.
So he's trying to accomplish two things here. Keep control of the table, make some shots, get closer, and at the same time not give Davis a chance to score 30 in regulation.
Exactly. I mean, he doesn't have any offensive shot here, so he's just going to have to try and contain, and he's hit it perfect. Wow, what a great shot.
Crowd appreciates that. Nice turnout on this Thursday night. We're just continuing to see more and more traffic in here at the arena as time goes on. It's great to see. This is really catching on around Las Vegas, and for that matter around the pool world, as we welcome and thank everybody for coming in here tonight. Davis, tough shot on the side, got it.
And that's no surprise, really, the night he's had. He's made every tough shot he's looked at. Really ended up being pretty solid part of this Vegas team.
U.S. Bar Table Champion, 2006.
This is where he's going to play a little more aggressive, taking on a tough shot, trying to get this 2-point victory.
Wow.
He might be the straightest shooter I've ever seen.
3.
And again, even though it's a tough black, he's going to go for it. I'm pretty sure he's going to go for it, trying to get this 2-point victory before time elapses.
He needs a bonus ball, then a purple and an orange. This is a tough shot right here.
And at 3 cushions. Might end up even better.
Vegas 3.
You look at where that cue ball is resting now, and Putnam is on the purple.
If I miss this going in, I get the back one.
Okay.
If he does miss this, and he's got to come up with something here, it's going to be a tough shot. Watch Davis jump up and try and get to 30 here in the last minute 24.
Wow, what a great shot by Sean Putnam. The very least he did is make Mike Davis make a long, tough shot on this purple in the corner to get this 2-point victory.
Can he slide that in there?
And it's got enough room. It's not easy. I expect Mike to make it, though, as well as he's played tonight.
Yeah, it looks like from that angle he can. Yeah, that was off.
A lot of pressure on those shots trying to get that victory before the time expired.
When that sand in the hourglass starts to tick away and you're sitting at 24-3, you start to know it, don't you?
Yeah, you
start
sure
to feel it.
Yeah, and your team's depending on you. There's a lot of factors that don't make this bonus ball easy.
Putnam on purple for a point. Sends it across. Looks like he's trying to milk some clock there as much as he could.
That's exactly what he's supposed to do as the captain here.
Davis on purple as well. 23 seconds left.
Well, notice that the match score being 7-5. If Vegas had gotten this 2-point win, we'd be tied up going into the triples.
1.
Putnam rams home the purple down the side.
Now he needs to let time expire. That way he can just take the final shot, and Vegas has no chance to get the 2-point victory.
How big was Adam Smith's run in the last shootout to get a point? Granted, Williams did too, but we could be looking at, instead of what it is, 6-5 Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and it's not always the run that is going to be noticed completely. I mean, Sean Putnam, Mike Davis got fortunate there trying to 3-rail bank the black to the corner. It ended up getting right behind the cue ball, and just as big as Adam Smith's run out in the shootout a few minutes ago, that kick shot on hitting that purple and not giving up ball in hand and making sure Vegas couldn't tie the score in this match. That's huge.
Pittsburgh will shoot first, needing 20 points to make Las Vegas shoot again.
Putnam asking some advice from the bench. Let's listen.
Your team. Game on.
He said something about hitting this one harder than in the past.
Sean is ranked 27th in the league with a 12.1 player rating. Gonna need some points here. He's gonna have to display some of his skills.
Smith had a similar run in the last game, which was a shootout. Each player got a point.
It looks like he's gonna have to, let alone the black being a big problem, he's gonna have to start out with a bank shot. That in with no problem.
Yeah, look where that black is. It's going to have to go in a black pocket, that bonus ball there. So this orange isn't as much of a challenge.
It's going to be a fun deal.
This is where he just needs to make sure he produces some chance at the black. He could try and knock the orange in the upper right and let the cue ball go into the black and possibly reposition it. But with all the balls on the table and all the possibilities of snookers, that's what he was trying to do right there. He was trying to move the cue ball over.
That's pretty good.
Now he's got to bank it cross corner to the lower right. That's about all he has, Steve.
Just warp it in and run out.
Yeah. Heard Sean, he said, I'm just trying to warp it in and run out. You're going to see some speed on this black going towards his pocket.
And this guy's one that can deliver that. To stay alive, to put him within 14. Just off.
Las Vegas win the shootout.
That was they were up against it a little bit after the balls broke there. The black just positioned in a really tough situation.
So Las Vegas gets the point. Anybody's match right here. 7-6. Pittsburgh has the lead. And as we move now, as you see, to our final game of the night, it'll be the 3-on-3 again. We just go in reverse order from the match opening game as we try to finish this thing up. A pivotal game right here that will decide this match. Lee Brett is going to get us started after he gets the balls racked, and we'll be ready to go. WPBLTV.com. Head to our store. You can purchase the weekend package. It's right there, including our rematch of Houston and New York Sunday at noon. Go check it out. Also, season packages available as well. Hey, you'll see those guys. They're both going to be in action this week. All right, final game, which will decide this match. Down to the floor we go, as Lee Brett will get us started for the 8th and final game. Lee?
Game number 8, the final game of the evening, is going to be the team game. We're now going to go in reverse order. Player 3 first, then player 2, then player 1. Pittsburgh, it's your break. Sean, you're going to break and shoot. Adam, you're going to shoot second, and then Sylvia, you're going to go third. Game on, please.
All right, here we go. With the match at stake, 7-6, Pittsburgh has the lead, but still anybody's match right here.
And you'll notice Pittsburgh has switched to go to the other side of the table for the break.
Boy, guys are still working with that, which side to break on, depending on which pockets are yours, and the debate continues as more and more guys study and learn some of the tendencies of this game.
Well, there's a rule there that you have to get the balls past the side. So there is a little bit of a potluck as far as if you're going to get shots. Like notice right here, the purple's repositioned great for Pittsburgh on the correct side of the table, but the cue ball got a little bit of an unfortunate kiss and fell down here for a really tough shot.
I'm down with it. What do you think? I'm down with it, yeah. Just bring the cue ball backwards, you know, so they don't have that side pocket. You know, just try to bring it back over to here, you know.
Okay, guys.
Tough shot for Putnam.
And off the mark.
Doesn't
and
need
look
to go
out.
in that pocket. That would be a foul.
That would have been ball in hand. All right, here's Vegas talking about it now. Guys shot great tonight. Davis scores.
1.
Got any position for his partners.
They're on purple though, Charlie, so
I just leave them.
Schmidt reminding Williams.
Or leave them.
Yeah, you got to leave them
straight in.
Pittsburgh's on purple.
Yeah, I think that's a shot. You'll
That's
leave them
not
a tough
bad. If
cut.
they make a good cut, they make a good
If
cut.
you don't hook them, they got a tough cut.
Just roll right up to it.
Las Vegas, 1.
Yeah, that is a good shot.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't get
So here's Smith now. 7-6, Pittsburgh leading. Last game of the match.
I really expected possible last game of the match. We could have a captain shootout. That still is a possibility.
Okay. Pockets, I might have trying to do that.
We're on orange, guys.
Smith trying to play it safe with Las Vegas on orange. If this game goes to a shootout and Las Vegas wins, then it would be 7-7, and we would have that captain's choice shootout.
If that happens, that's where both captains, it's just like a regular shootout, but the captain will choose who they want to play. They can choose themselves, and whoever was to win that shootout would win the match.
That ain't as bad as it looks, don't worry.
Schmidt cut that orange over toward his pocket. It was off the mark, but a pretty good leave. He even told his teammates that.
I can shoot at the bottom one too.
These balls, I mean, not moving, but these balls are laying rough for us.
For Pittsburgh's got to think ahead. The purples aren't very great for Vegas.
Okay. Calling it and then rolling down.
Okay. Continuation.
He's called continuation. Purple into purple, it looks like. Or excuse me, the orange in the upper left. Sometimes those calls are just more of a safety in case you end up having a ball go in the pocket. Not always the intended outcome.
That was a pretty big mistake, though, overall. It repositioned some purples. More in play for Vegas. A lot of points on the board here.
Davis sends in the orange for 2. He's left Williams beautifully for the bonus ball. Worth 3 more, so a good potential start here for Las Vegas.
I mean,
You can get under that one up by their corner.
well,
Right?
Got
this
a nice
purple goes on
angle.
our side, just if you can make this black, just do anything with the cue ball.
And 3 points for Williams in Las Vegas.
Vegas,
I might be able to
Vegas
make
is
the orange
with a
other side.
2 or 3-point victory here. They can snatch this match away from Pittsburgh.
This is a pivotal match for Pittsburgh, having lost 2 in a row, too, and not playing nearly as well as capable. They really need to get a match victory tonight, and this is going to be the pivotal game. That shot didn't help. Schmidt for a point, and a 7-0 start for Las Vegas.
I think you have to. Can you? Whatever you like.
Davis trying to leave Williams in the side.
Covered him a little bit. You'll see the jump cue here.
Good job, John.
I think it's semi-free. Semi-free. Cue ball's going to go down that way.
Did the ball go clean in the corner?
Boy, he doesn't have much room between the cue ball and the rail either.
No, but Charlie's pretty much a specialist at the jump cue.
Wow.
Great shot. I expected him to make that. Even though the degree of difficulty, I mean, it was way
11.
up there. But
We're all purple people eaters.
the best players in the world, Steve, when they get down to shoot one, you expect them to make it.
12-0, and you look at things now, you start not to just think about a Vegas win, but a shutout now.
Yeah, you can do that. Just leave them on the rail.
Maybe a defensive shot right here by Schmidt.
Good shot, John. That's a good shot.
Vegas 11.
Pittsburgh is on purple, and there you see what Putnam's left with. Not much.
Yeah, and he's got a tactical play here.
OCC.
Oh, yeah.
Inside,
If I do that. I ain't doing that. We got a chance to steal.
What about like
I can bank this back up to
Bleeding
our
against the
hole.
way they're laying.
I don't wanna leave that
It's
ball
hard
to
for
the
them to
ball.
even see the purple.
I don't want to lose that.
You're allowed to come
Yeah,
back.
you have a lot of room. You want to take the timeout?
Yeah.
Timeout.
All right, timeout. They'll discuss it further. Let's check in with Ochoa and Putnam.
If I'm banking it back up there, and then I have a lot of room where I can leave this from
Yeah, you
here
have
to
like
all
all
the way
this
here.
side of the table for
Here to all the way over here. Anywhere down here, anywhere in the
You
back row,
one
they
rail?
can't make the, yeah.
Yeah, and then we have the shot on the side. If you get perfect, like right here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Jeremy?
Yeah, I can't fault them too much. They're going to try and put one back in position near their pocket. They're going to try and use the 2 oranges and the black to snooker Vegas on the one ball they have near the lower left, the purple they have near the lower left. Don't think he's going to get the snooker there, though. Could present a problem for Pittsburgh.
Now Vegas will talk. Let's check in with them. Not a lot of chatter, and they're a very talkative trio, but not this time. Davis spotted what he liked, and there it is.
Yeah, and that was the main thing. I think they had a shot for Mike, so they decided to let Mike just do his thing.
Not really.
Now Schmidt's dealing with the cue against the rail, or Williams, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, you get a funny kiss and you're going to be hating life.
Now, if you get up here, chances are they'll have a tough shot.
I'd knock the black off the spot if it was me.
Let's do this.
Charlie's got to do something. Shot clock down to 2. On orange. Wow.
Good shot.
3.
He used 23 of the 24 seconds, but well worth it.
I mean, all I can get's one here.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll have a bank on the purple afterwards.
corner.
Schmidt on the bonus ball for 3. Coming right towards you.
Great shot.
And again, these pockets, folks, 3 7/8. And a lot of these shots are just straight in.
Yeah, they make them look easy.
Smooth. Bank it right in, we run out. Just try to twist it right in. But don't double it to their hole, you know.
Las Vegas opened this match with a 30-0 shutout. They've got those thoughts again. Good shot by Davis. Not quite in.
Vegas, 8.
For Pittsburgh's got to think about things here.
Yeah, just one real bank, right? One real.
Okay.
We win the match.
Feels like it's real heavy.
This is an interesting predicament that Pittsburgh is in
Without scratching.
because
Oh, straight back.
you don't want to give up the shutout, obviously, but you really can't even afford to lose by 2 here.
No, the 2-point loss would lose the match.
And look out.
It's okay. It's to his
That's
pocket,
in his pocket.
So yeah, it's not harmful. If that black would have went into one of Vegas's pockets, that would have been ball in hand.
If you overcut it, you leave them straight in. Bank it.
Only if he hits it hard.
Just bank it down to your hole, Charlie. Let's be tentative here. I'm too nervous to shoot long shots. Yeah, just float it
Getting down to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah, pretty honest out there.
Yeah. For a guy that's Mr. 400 especially. Didn't know he got nervous.
Well, and I think he was telling his team the correct thing there. I don't think shooting at that was really worth it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Pittsburgh on purple now. Here's Ochoa. Putnam's going to go off for some advice.
Just kick side roll to get it down to here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm
Missing that side pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going to try and get the cue ball back in the general vicinity where it is now.
No, he's going to play the purple back up, hoping for the cue ball to stay on this end of the table. See, he's playing the purple back up to that end.
They just traded spots.
Yeah, basically, corner to corner.
No, I can't do much here, guys. I can sell out.
Think against the ball. Make sure he keeps Pittsburgh off the shot.
Yeah, just try to get him behind the orange and black, right?
Under 7 minutes left now. Boy, would this be interesting if we went to a shootout.
Looking that way, be honest with you, even though Vegas only needs 12, I couldn't imagine Pittsburgh selling out a real makeable shot at this point in the game. They went for the 2-railer.
On the line, but...
Oh, I love this shot. I love this shot. Look at this shot.
Wow.
That was very well intended, putting that orange, the cue ball behind the orange.
You got this much room here. Yeah. Hope for the best.
What a great leave by Putnam, and now here's Davis. Shooting so well tonight, he's going to have to make contact with purple here. Off the rail and does, but he's scratched. That's going to be ball in hand for Pittsburgh.
Look at this.
Really? Honestly, I'm surprised. It's surprising to me. What, banking it here, Saw?
Yeah, I like that.
Or banking it 2 there, so I don't try to hang it in the hole for them.
At least you
If you bank it and stop, I got the orange straight down. See it?
Okay, so you want me to put it in the hole on the side?
Put it in the hole.
Yeah.
Just stop it dead. Line up, stop it dead.
Smith is going to the side right here to get his team on the board. This is a big shot in this match. And he missed.
Good, see? Good,
But
good.
look where the cue ball is.
Yeah, and that was definitely intended.
Every time,
The ball's kind of rolled favorably for Vegas there. Even though they scratched, the ball's tied up to where Pittsburgh didn't have a play to their pocket.
We could have ran out. We could have ran out.
Now Williams on purple.
Roll, rabbit. Run, rabbit.
This might end up okay for Pittsburgh here.
Actually, again,
ball in hand, they get safe.
the little bonus ball gods are in Vegas' favor tonight. The black has got a full snooker on the purple.
I thought that slick table was going to allow that cue ball to roll a couple more inches.
So just rolling up to the kick.
We talked about how big that black is in the middle of the table. It covers up a lot of opportunities for these teams.
Ochoa needs to touch purple here. Soft, does. Now Vegas. Down to 4:50 left in this game.
Amazing that Vegas isn't going to try and get this 2-point victory. It's just being They're up 18-0. We're almost to 4 minutes, so it almost looks like Pittsburgh definitely doesn't have enough time to not go to a shootout. You would think that Vegas might try and get a little more aggressive to try and win this without going to a captain's shootout.
Here's Putnam on purple. And again, just exchanging locations in the table, purple and Q. Well done by Putnam that time, and back we go now to Davis and Las Vegas.
Right side of it?
The left side.
Yeah.
You want me to, she think it like Don said.
Yeah, just hit the thing. If they get a shot, it's not your day.
That's what I say.
Is that a sign of impatience?
Well, it's just a matter of what's the use in trying to figure something out when there's really not something there, as by Captain Schmidt.
Timeout called
Close your eyes. Blindly shoot at him.
by Las Vegas.
That's what I'm saying. I got to hit it firm though.
You got to hit it kind of firm. Yeah, it'll lengthen right out on you otherwise.
Just saw him making a good hit. He missed it.
Missed it. So credit Putnam there with the leave that forced Davis to miss the purple ball, then scratch. Ball in hand either way for Pittsburgh. And that should eliminate the possibility of a shutout as Smith comes up. And I ask about impatience because of the situation you touched on, being that Las Vegas wants to try and speed things up a little bit here.
Well,
and not go to the shootout.
Exactly, and you know, being behind in this first and going into this match, they've done what they needed to do, get the 18-0, now 18-1 lead with not a whole lot of time left. So it looks like they're going to get to the shootout and have a chance to tie this match. But they were in a great opportunity to get the win for this match with a 2-point victory.
Ochoa in the lower right corner.
Come on.
That's going to have to go. Oh, this is going to be a huge mistake with only 3:05 left. You notice they're aiming for the white pocket, meaning they have to contact the rack. Not only do they have to make the ball, they have to contact the rack, or else they're going to give up the table to Vegas. With 3 minutes, roughly over 3 minutes left, there's plenty of time.
Since it's the opponent's pocket, even if Putnam knocks in the bonus ball, they will not get points if the cue ball does not connect with the rack.
You don't have to get to the stack, right? You can cut it to the corners.
Zigzag back.
I hear you. I said if you like that better than cutting it to one of those holes, then yeah, definitely get down. Yep.
That was Adam Smith talking with Putnam. Huge shot in this match right here. This could be the difference between 1 or 2 points.
That's the greatest shot.
Oh.
How close was that?
Yeah, that was pretty incredible. And that was because he didn't have the angle to get to the rack, so he had to try and make one in his pocket.
No, you just have the option with the cue ball lines. Or break and shoot. Okay.
So, Las Vegas will break and shoot now. They get the option right there when the bonus ball is missed, and they're going to break and shoot. And that was huge.
Big turn of events for both Vegas and Pittsburgh. Now they can easily win the match. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds, they only need 2 sequences to get 12 points and a 2-point win to put them ahead 8-7 for tonight's match. Oh, man, big problems for Pittsburgh.
Break is critical right here for Williams. Still plenty of time for 12 points. We've seen teams run 12 points in about 45, 30 seconds even. Phoenix kind of did that over the weekend, so that's a lot of time. They need a purple and a white pocket to get us started here.
Got this one down in the corner.
Got a real unfortunate kiss on the black. That's the problem here.
It's on the wrong side for them, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, barely. It's a free shot. They're on purple, too.
All right, you heard it from the captain. It's a free shot if it doesn't go because they don't have much on purple either, but it does go. Good leave right there. Can he bring this back or somehow get that black bonus ball off the rail?
It's possible. And he's also got a couple of other options if he doesn't.
Oh, God.
He tried.
Yeah.
What are the chances he could slide that cue ball through there without knocking that bonus ball? And he just did it.
Exactly. It'd be hard to do.
Now Davis.
Now
that's what's happening.
Still, though, Pittsburgh's got to be happy that they'll have a chance to defend to keep this team off of a 2-point victory. That's huge.
Purple.
Adam Smith now. Needing help here.
Haven't seen anything great here.
Either. Both on purple.
Yeah.
You want to just roll off one of these purples and try to, well.
Leaving the side?
Don't leave that purple on their side, though.
That's no good shot?
We don't have any timeouts
Don't have any timeouts? Okay.
Here, shoot it and draw back behind the black.
There's the impact of the shot clock. They're out of timeouts. The 24 shot clock, second shot clock was winding down. Smith fired away. Not a bad outcome.
Oh, great outcome.
Now Vegas on purple.
I think we're doing amazing.
Down to 1:05 left.
I think this is where Vegas, I mean, they have to protect their lead going into the shootout. Don't like their chances here. They could knock this in, though. Problem is trying to gain some type of position on the orange.
Williams can't cut it home. Now the leave.
Okay, and this is what I was talking about, Steve. They're going to give up some points before this shootout that they didn't have to give up.
Ochoa for a big make here. Sends it down. Great opportunity for the orange. Smith is going to have something to say about the leave. Let's see what he has to say to Putnam.
What about taking this one up here? I mean,
yeah.
I feel like, you know, because we don't have anything good on the black anyway. And
yeah, but it's the same thing. We can guarantee the points, though. You know what I mean?
Okay, you want to guarantee the points?
Guarantee the points and just get shape on a bank or something.
Yeah, we're running out of time. Go ahead.
Ochoa, always the voice of reason.
We're only going to have one shot after this anyway.
There's no reason for Putnam to shoot that tough shot. In fact, he should have set up.
Stop it.
Three.
You gotta stop
He needs
it.
that to slow down. If he scratches, he won't get the points.
Shootout.
But a big mistake kind of by Pittsburgh managing the clock near the end there, Steve. They could have shot the orange a lot quicker and then played for the black to try and score on it for the last shot as time expires. And then not saying that 3 points is really going to make the difference here, but it certainly could.
Pittsburgh will now go
Now
first.
Pittsburgh may have an interesting situation here as we go to the shootout. They've got to get to 21, obviously. They've got to get to 21, or Las Vegas gets the point.
15 points.
Sean Putnam went from the 1 to the 3 as the captain. Hadn't been playing well the last couple of matches, and the captain's choice shootout. Does he then choose for somebody else in the shootout, do you think?
Well, I think he's got to think with his head and look and see what everyone's done tonight. I mean, Adam came with it in some spots and had some great pulls. Silver's played pretty solid the entire match. Sean really hasn't played that, I wouldn't say poorly either, so it's a tough decision for him. But the beauty is they do control their own destiny here in this shootout. If they can get 24 points and get to 30 and secure that 1 point in this match, even if Vegas gets the other 1 point,
I got this purple right
they're going to win the match and get a three additional for winning it.
Well, they've got to make this purple to get the scoring started. Smith looking upper right to stay alive and avoid, for now, the captain's choice shootout.
Great shot.
Come on, guys.
Pressure shot there.
Now Ochoa, same pocket orange. Lower right attacks the cue ball and leaves Putnam. A very nice lead for the bonus ball.
That's going to be okay. It's not ideal. He's going to probably have to draw off the
You
black.
got to come back up into this area if you can. I don't know. I don't know what you're capable of
I don't
doing.
know if I can miss this.
Can you miss it? 14 seconds.
For 3 points. And now the purple
Great shot,
leave.
champ.
Smith likes it. He's walking up confidently. Now a purple worth a point to set up an orange.
Let's play this purple and come back across the table for the orange in the same pocket. Pretty natural. Shot.
Oh, God.
Used every bit of that 3 7/8 there, didn't he?
Yeah, well, there's not too much of that every bit, but he did use all of it.
What do you think, baby?
Left his partner a little thin.
I'm going to shoot this one and come here.
Okay.
Where is he trying to leave this?
Going to try and come for the black in the same corner. Tough shot here. The shot's not all that tough, but the speed is critical.
He's got to hit it. We're going to a captain's choice shootout.
Shot.
Wow, what a shot.
Did.
Play shape on this one?
Pittsburgh team.
I'm coming all the way down.
The side is here, too. Just coming over here. Anywhere you feel comfortable, just make the shot. Yeah, just make the shot. Whichever you feel most comfortable. Both balls are good for us.
Smith saying he likes to leave either
he
way.
can't shoot. He's shooting at the wrong pocket.
Wait, where are you
better
going?
stop him.
Corner pocket, Sean. Corner pocket. No side pocket.
8 seconds. Let's go.
We'll see if that was costly. He's got a rush now.
Oh, he knocked
Great
it
shot,
right
Pam.
I was wondering if one of his teammates would notice he was addressing the middle right pocket. That would have been a foul.
12.
Pounded that right in the side.
Now they're 2 makes away from tying this thing up. There's one.
13.
And an easy one for Ochoa coming up with orange.
Yeah, this is very available. Either angle he drops on the black, he'll be okay. He just wants to draw this back for the black in the left middle.
To tie it. Got it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Now the leave.
Oh, no.
15.
Wow.
Really?
Surprised he's not kicking this, even though Sean Putnam is the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest player in the world with the jump cue.
Look at this. Big Bubba leaning on that table.
Wow.
Valiant effort.
Pittsburgh 15. Las Vegas need to score 1 point. If they score 1 point, there'll be a captain's pick, sudden death shootout.
Now, if Las Vegas does not score a point here, each team gets the match point, and Pittsburgh wins the match.
Yeah, crucial. And I tell you, you got to be super impressed with this Pittsburgh team. When their back's against the wall, it seems like they perform, like when they have to have it. So, I mean, that's got to be a nice tool to feel like you have going through this season, this long season.
Well, where was Smith in that shootout? About 24-9, something like that, when he ran it all the way to 30? The break is critical here. Schmidt needs some balls to move left.
Well, he got lucky to get another kiss again. If he wouldn't have got that kiss on the purple, on the orange, he would have fouled the break again.
All right, all he needs to do is make a purple, and that's it. We go to the captain's choice shootout. If he doesn't make this shot, Pittsburgh wins the match.
8 seconds.
Time running out. We got it.
One. Game, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas wins 22-21. We are tied at 7.
Each
we go to a
captain is now going to
captain's
pick
choice
one
shootout.
player to have one visit at the table.
Is it going to be Putnam, or is he going to opt for one of the others as the captain?
Let's listen in.
The away team will pick first.
Like a free shot here. I mean, we should have got tortured.
Have to score as many points as you possibly can. Who's going to go first?
It's going to be
Adam's
Smith.
going to shoot.
I can't blame him with the big shootout he had, and also he's thinking. He's on top of everything. It seems like he kept his captain from shooting at the wrong pocket a second ago. I mean, he's in tune with what's going on.
Well, and again, a very heady player.
Yeah.
John Smith is going to stop play for the away
captain's
team.
choice shootout in the history of the WPBL. You've probably heard what happened in the first. Thorsten Holman a couple weeks ago ran 60 straight points against Scott Frost the Freezer in an historic captain's choice shootout and match in the history of this young league. We'll see what happens here tonight. Here's Smith. Always the big break shot. And it looks like 2 balls are going to be respotted. And Smith is looking for purple to score in a black pocket.
Wow, I'm surprised he's really shooting this continuation, being he's got 2 nice shots on the purple to start. Totally agreeing with this, but I can't fault him either.
Wow. Don't forget, in that big shootout run he made a clutch target shot as well, an orange into a black that helped keep that alive. I believe that was the second shot of the shootout to keep that game going and eventually earn him a point.
A little delicate here. He's going to have to come across the table for an orange. Got
1.
Lines up the leave. Now he eyes the orange.
Knock this in and draw the cue ball back. I'm assuming he's going to draw the cue ball.
I believe Schmidt did declare he will be the shooter for Las Vegas. There's 3 points now for Smith. And he's lined up the bonus ball.
3.
Looks like for the lower right corner.
Okay, it's a pretty, I would say he should make this about 9 out of 10. But he's going to run the cue ball into this purple, so he's got to produce a shot on the next purple.
For a 6-0 start. Down it goes.
Not getting any easier, though.
6.
He's really cut himself off on position on the orange is the problem. Doesn't really have, he's got a tough shot on the purple in the lower right. The problem is he really doesn't have any dead set way to get on the orange. That's why you see him elevating the cue. He's trying to draw this back. Tough shot.
Pittsburgh,
Well, the
6.
lead
Las
proved
Vegas
to
need
be
to score
too
7
difficult
points.
for Adam Smith. And now it'll be John Schmidt, and all he needs is 7 points for Las Vegas to claim victory in this match.
Yeah, and John, last couple times he's broke the balls on a break and shoot. He's threatened fouling, not getting 2 balls past the head string, trying to be a little bit more controlled. And if you'll notice, there'll be a ball that banks off the end rail, purple, that comes back up towards his pocket. That's the one he's trying to get position on the break and shoot.
Great look right there.
Okay, this is going to be problems. Get 2 past the head string, the black. Yes, it is.
Boy.
Just barely.
I think John was blowing on that bonus ball a little bit to get it there.
Yeah, that's taking a big chance, Steve. I understand he's trying to make sure he produces some type of shot on the purple, but if you don't, if you foul, you lose in this situation.
Pittsburgh was hoping somebody'd turn on the fan from the other end of the arena there. Blow that one back, and look at that.
Game, Pittsburgh.
Uncharacteristic miss for John Schmidt. Pittsburgh gets the point, and Pittsburgh wins the match 10-7.
Big points for Pittsburgh.
Wow, how about that for the Poison, who started off in a hole down 3-0, but they outscore Las Vegas 10-6 after that, 10-4 after that.
Yeah, they showed a lot of heart and a lot of poise. Pittsburgh did, hanging in there, and really when their back was against the wall, they just played incredible bonus ball.
All right, my friend, it's been fun. We'll see you this weekend.
Absolutely.
All
Can't
right.
wait.
10-7, Pittsburgh gets the victory, a much-needed one for the Poison as Las Vegas drops their second match of the year. Each team has played in 4 matches. They've each won 2 and dropped 2. Don't forget 6 o'clock Pacific tomorrow. Scott the Freezer Frost and the Phoenix Fire take on Corey Deuel, the Prince of Pool, and the Miami Cruise. Go to our store in WPBLTV.com. You can purchase that and the rest of the weekend, as well as Sunday's big match, the rematch, Houston and Earl Strickland's New York Pride. So long from Las Vegas, and thanks for watching WPBLTV.com.